suck my crick, Scott.
He's still laughing.
Yep.
He wants me to suck on his small body of water that goes through land?
Yeah, I wonder what
is that
chat
how it was
thinks.
defined?
Chat just
That's
hears
how
that.
Rena defined
That's all
it.
they heard.
You wonder what they think? They think, well, this is better than what Neil used to do.
Well, I mean, that's a low bar.
We are talking about Tyler.
What are you talking about? I'm tall.
Okay.
I don't have proof. I don't believe you.
You've seen me in person. You shut your face.
I have a feeling Rena is taller than Tyler. Everybody who thinks Rena is taller than Tyler, say yay in chat, please. And thank you. All right. So, you mean the Trode situation? Mm-hmm. So, hey guys.
Hey.
This is our between season thing. So this is like, we don't really have to RP anymore at this point. We just get to like chill and level up characters, talk about the direction of the campaign, things like that, you know, all the things that you want to do. But most importantly, you guys have had kind of like what are they called? Like a
Climax?
dam, like a dam, for the
For
number.
yourself.
Rena's like, trust me, you boys are always disappointing.
Oh!
I did not say that.
Messi even tries by going. No, you know what? I'm just gonna
Oh,
leave it
yeah,
alone.
Stay off
Stop
of
there.
that. Stay off of that.
Yep. Moving on. So yeah, you brain
Take
just
your time.
shut down. You guys have had a dam kind of put up at one point in time. Starting season 2, you're supposed to get advisors, and you met one pretty early on, and then kind of time went by, and you met I think
Died.
3 more advisors as time went, but there's still more technically in the wings that are supposed to make their way in. So I think what would help the patrons with what they want to design to actually bring into the campaign and so on and so forth is kind of talking about the direction that you guys want to go in the game. Not just the immediate direction, which Messi popped back into our call once he fixed his interweeb and talked about. That's important too. But like the direction you want, you kind of see the game going. So first, Messi, what it was that you had suggested when you first popped back into our call, and secondly, explaining how it is sitting in the trail like that helps with your scoliosis, and finally, direction of the campaign. You guys kind of see it going as a group.
You want me to start?
Yep.
Yeah, those
All 3
first.
of those?
No, well, you do one, and then you do 2.
Okay,
and
what was the first one? Immediate direction?
Say what you said when you came back.
Oh, we have a skull that we took from one of the jail cells in the temple that looked Loper, and I wanted to bring it to Commander Barnes. You know how hard it is for me to remember that, by the way? I had to go look it up.
It's really
It's insane.
easy. It is literally Brenda
I'm so bad
Barnes.
with names, though.
It's the worst
Anyway.
thing for Wade. He married
Barbara
Brenda.
Barnes.
Or Barbara, that's it, not Brenda.
See, I don't know how I remembered that. It probably is the Wade thing. I'm gonna bring her that skull.
that is literally the only name I have saved in your list of names and notes.
Barbara
High
Barnes.
Commander Barbara Barnes. That is literally the only name.
Yeah, I wanna bypass Cadus and go straight to her. And then maybe we'll go back for Cadus later, depending on how things play out. But
I feel like we need Cadus for that conversation, which is why
Well, we have-
want to get Cadus.
do we still have Ophelia? Is she gone?
Ophelia is gone. She was not outside that temple.
Correct. You are correct.
That's right.
Like, I'm not even joking. It's literally the only name I have written there.
So many names for Kingmaker. Throne Keeper has 3 times the amount of names as us.
We got Barbara Barnes.
Yep.
We got Barbara Barnes. Position? Shouldn't you put High Commander in position?
Whoa, hold on. Wait. If we get a hype train thing going, will you give them my head?
Wait,
What-
Rena needs.
why
Rena
do
needs
they-
her gift.
Why do they want your head?
I want Josh's head.
Did we
mean,
never
like,
picked we never picked Rena's gift last time, did we?
No.
Cool.
Because you said we had
we'll,
to finish the temple.
we'll do that as part of this. Let's continue with what Messy was being productive with, and then we'll do that absolutely. So
Oh yeah,
Messy,
I was being.
so
Productive.
you said you want to immediately go to Barbara Barnes to try to.
I want to give her the Loper head that we have, hoping that she'll be more forthcoming in information and resources for our mission. Smile. That'll convince her.
So
Yeah, put Salant on that list, by the way.
so
No,
I mean,
he'll never come back.
you can definitely take that direction to go there, and we can pick up next season with you guys kind of already being in Zatishk to do that. I didn't hear the other two's opinion on going there.
I said I feel like we might need Cadis for that because Cadis was the one that actually had more of the rapport with that person.
Well, yeah.
I got a feeling the way it's set up right now, if we go for Cadis, we're gonna have to deal with a whole bunch of shit before we can get back to her.
Well, especially
From what we talked about off camera.
That's
Right.
true, I guess. I see what you're saying.
I honestly
you-
have no clue what we're gonna.
I mean,
doing.
honestly, that's not a bad thing. Like, if she knows about Cadis's past before dealing with Cadis again, know more about Cadis. So, is that what you just said? Sorry, Messy.
I was kind of alluding to it.
Okay, cool. Rena, I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was gonna say, would it be fair to assume that, like, after Cadis had gone and done whatever he did, if he made it out alive, would he meet us back at wherever this commander is? Is that what, like, your plane of thinking was, or?
I don't think you guys have any clue where he intends to meet you. He didn't say, he literally said, I have things I need to do more. He said more or less that, and then
He asked
When?
him to just take care of it, and then
Yeah.
He went on a mission that he fully could expect to not return from.
So then we probably wouldn't. We'd be more concerned with the what? Following this lead from the skull that we got.
That lead would be important to Ophios because it's a Loper skull, and if there's any information we'd get from it, would be important.
Plus, I don't know if Ophios has thought about this yet, but if you wanted to downplay the damage that the damage has already done could do in the future, we could trade the skull we have for the one she has.
Correct.
I don't know how that's going to go, though, because it is a high commander, and doing any kind
I
of deals with high
guarantee you
commanders is
that
not...
Rena and
especially with her
Ophios
personality.
detained
Yeah.
on site, if not murdered.
If you're... I mean, we're probably all going to be detained on site, but the fact remains that we have remains that she needs.
You have a law.
I mean, she does know me, or she knew me. We'll see if she still knows me, with time being all fucked up.
Well, and that's what I was thinking about, is the conversation she had with you, because she said she knew Ophios and Rena as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she knew of you guys.
She wanted to keep us in the prison.
The person.
Mm-hmm.
Someone approved your release, I believe.
Cadis.
No, Cadis did on
Cadis
his
did
own. Yeah.
using her authority. He had her permission to do what he needed to do. So he had the judgment call. And when you guys come with the information, I think what Messy, so therefore Elijah is trying to say is, when we show up with the information we have, that justifies Cadis's decision and justifies why she should not attack or do anything to us as well. And maybe we can even continue to forward things with what's happening. Because if she's truly a devout and upright person, the way Cadis seems to be, even if not a good person like Cadis, but someone who's truly dedicated to the success and let's be honest here, a driven person. She might actually wants the information you have for her own benefit, therefore working in unison with you. I think that's where Messy's mind is going. So
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
know if you guys pick that up.
Oh yeah.
The only
Yeah, it
downside I
makes
can
sense.
see is if she tries to cut us out of it. But I mean, so far she kind of needs us. Like, she's got an army, but she's still, the people above her she knows is.
See, I think at that point, because if you argue that point, then she might find Ophios's information and knowledge useful as well.
Yeah, she'll literally eat up anything we can give her at the moment, because she's just getting a little inklings of information from. I mean, getting direct sources like us would be definitely something that puts us at the top of her contact list. You know, we'll be on speed dial.
That's fair. My list of things that I think Rena and Ophios probably want to do, I'll speak for Ophios, is probably that the wherever the sanctuary of the Lopers are. Primarily
there's
hunting
many.
down the higher ups in Paradel, the whatever Krengals. Finding Cadis and also hunting down that bounty hunter guy.
We gotta
I
know
can't
if
wait
we
to
can do
I
it.
can't wait till you face
That's-
him
yeah.
again. Oh, I cannot
That's
wait till you face him again. It's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait
so
to
much
murder him.
Hey, Daelric, is he also getting stronger as we're getting
What?
stronger?
No,
is
what?
that something that
No,
happens in this world?
absolutely
Oh,
not.
okay.
Yeah,
no,
he's
that-
definitely getting stronger.
As long as the patron remains at a certain tier, their character continues to rise with you guys.
It's
Yeah,
Steve's
yeah, yeah.
character, isn't it?
But the thing is, there is like so let's just say for argument's sake that their character is, I don't know, 2 levels above the party level. So let's say you guys fought him at level 3 and he was level 5. Between 1 level 5 to 3 level 3s, there's a big difference in power, and you can feel it. But like 1 level 12 against 3 level 10s, it's honestly not that bad. It's like, yeah, we can take them. So the higher you go up in level, the less of a gap that 2 levels is. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's assuming it's 2. It could definitely be more than 2.
60.
Is it we're not playing World of Warcraft?
We're not?
No, I have a life. No.
Oh, sorry.
I
It's
got
funny that the D&D guy is shitting on the World of Warcraft guys for
Well, yeah, because
not having a life.
well, yeah, because we live in a world of fantasy. They live in a
World of...
their basement.
Hey, Daelric, look behind you, buddy.
It's a nice office, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the support pole. Really brings the place together.
I love Messi. He's funny. Moving on.
Thanks, brother.
So yeah,
Anyway, yeah,
the
that makes
immediate
sense.
the immediate idea. So let's just finish fleshing that out before we get to the next part, right? The immediate idea is it to go to her, and so therefore have more information for when you meet Cadis. Obviously, you know Cadis's backstory right now, but you don't know his backstory post you, right? Or do you want to get
His middle
Cadis
story.
so you can use him as leverage when you go see her? What was the more like? Where do you feel like you had more leverage to walk into before walking? You know, what do you think is more important? It sounded
you
like
asking?
Messi. Of all of you, it sounded like Messi was leaning towards go to her first. I didn't know what you and Tyler's opinions were.
She would probably be basing it off of Elijah's opinion, honestly, because he's the one that spent the most time with Cadis and Ophelia, and then he's also the only one of us that has actually spoken to this commander. So if he thinks it's a smarter idea to just go to her first to finish off this like mission, then she would probably agree to that.
Okay.
At some point she would want to find Cadis, but that's not her top priority right now.
I mean,
She just kind of wanted to resolve this whole temple issue.
So, Elijah's done this route before. He's gone to her and back to where Cadis is now. Literally, he's done this exact path if we do it this way.
Mhm.
And it only took... I mean, we've been gone for months. This is only another... I mean, months, we don't really know. We've been gone for a while. And this is only like an extra week or so. Like, it's not too bad.
It's a couple of
It's
weeks.
gonna be quick, yeah. So I mean,
So
that
quick
would
in the grand scheme of where we are right now.
right.
So,
I mean,
I
that
don't
would
think
make
things are going to
sense.
change for Cadis in that amount of time. But for the Paradale military, I mean, if they're sending troops to the temple now, it might be worth addressing that first, since they're going to be there again. And, well, yeah, I won't say that. Never mind. I was going to say something meta, but don't worry.
No, that's fine. So I like the idea of doing that. And Tyler, you're going on the train with them. Cool. Awesome. So there's part 1 is we're definitely going to go to her first. So next session, which is not next week, again, reminder, the week after that, even though technically I'll be back at my house next Friday. I'll actually be back at my house, I think Thursday night, and then Friday I have a bunch of things to do at a different place. Whatever. We'll be off next week. So the week after that, we'll be picking up with a new campaign. And are we doing all 3 of my new campaigns are having the first session of a new season the same week. Oh, I
thought
just
that was on
realized.
purpose.
Next week,
No.
really?
No, I try to keep them off by like a week or two to
Oh no.
because that's like a lot of like plot building and preparing for. Oh God.
You gotta cram.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, like the
Keeping you on your
first
toes.
episode shouldn't be too bad if it's mostly travel and us going to.
But it's
Yeah,
also me
but-
kind of like preparing what the arc is going to be of that season or whatever. Right. Anyways, moving on.
I gotcha.
So,
yeah.
so moving on to the shut up, Josh. Moving on to the next part here. Why is sitting in that chair good for your scoliosis?
Oh, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
Next.
So you like that? I can't remember you like that the old man bend arm thing that I was informed the name of yesterday, but forgot because I am also an old
Here's
man.
the thing. I have terrible posture, but I mix it up like every 5 minutes, and that way it's just constant stress being rotated around my body. So it's like it's what everyone else feels when they sit normally.
That sounds
I just
like
move a lot.
that sounds like somebody who had a public Floridian education. That sounds what they would think.
Mine was private.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you and the priest got to know each other that well. So,
Yeah, he
the
was cool. I don't remember his name, but I remember nothing actually, really, at all.
it's
So
probably
it
a
must
good
have
thing.
worked, whatever he did.
Yeah. So the and then the third part, the overarching campaign, because this is going to impact the kind of patron created NPCs that are going to join you guys this time. So I'm actually going to kind of lean this one to Tyler for a second because hunting down the Lopers is something that he really wants to do. So it sounds like walking into this, you're hoping that session 1 goes well with getting her on your side or at least off your back. But what is the plan for this upcoming season? What is like your focus? What's your goal? Kill them all! All Lopers.
I think the key thing right now for Ophios after that temple is finding a better understanding on how to find them or track them.
I was going to say something
Immediately.
similar, yeah.
So figuring out how their magics works, how to work against them, and how to use that to find them and locate them.
So the
So-
idea is to study their magics?
Yeah.
And how are you going to study their magics?
Elijah had said his people, so
Wait, hold on. My people don't know anything about Lopers, really, as far as I know. I don't.
it's either
don't
that or
think-
it's a deer. Or not, or whatever, Kingmaker's crew.
Yeah, and the deer. What about them?
Those are the only 2 places I can think of for studying magic.
Yeah, because you're not going to go to the Arcane Congress, obviously.
Yeah.
You could try to work with a Malta to see if they can figure anything out. A deer, I mean, they are a small, shitty nation with barely any abilities or power or even semblance of interpersonal skills. But they do have a cadre of skilled peoples around them that help to actually have productivity take place from time to time, including those that are good with magic. So
In this regard, it would come down to Elijah, because Elijah has more experience in studying magic and studying that sort of stuff. Ophios' stuff is just inherent.
you guys wouldn't obviously know this, but Elijah also has a group of people that joined him recently. He actually literally just got permission from the chosen to hire helpers and whatnot. So that's kind of cool.
Me?
No, did we say? Oh, you said Elijah. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about
I was like, that's badass.
Elliot. I thought you were talking about Elliot. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. Who's Elliot?
Never mind. My mistake. Take it back.
I was like, hell yeah, I could do what? This whole time?
Yeah, I have no idea who Elliot is, so.
That's fine.
Josh has a question about spitting cobras
What's the question?
in chat.
Dude, that's venom, bro.
You missed the joke.
No, I get the joke.
Come.
On
I mean-
and explain what you're talking about.
No, just for VOD's sake.
I mean,
you
if you
two
think
frogs.
about what comes out of the head of other snakes, found more commonly in the trousers.
Oh god, he kept going. Rena,
The
can you
snakes wore pants.
fix this? Rena, can you reel this in? This is.
Don't look at me. This is
Can you be mom for a second?
all you guys. It's not, you know. Mom deserves a break too. Okay, I'm trying to eat my chicken wings. Damn. Stop talking about penises. There. We're done.
Oh man.
I hope your husband heard that in the other room. Like he's sitting there like, what the fuck?
What?
It's awesome.
He probably. Oh, he did.
Did he just pop in the room and go, what?
No, he
Chat.
in chat. He said I did.
Hey, we're talking about one-eyed snakes, brother.
He's like, all of a sudden, I am paying attention.
Anyways, moving on. We're getting in trouble with Mr. the Destroyer.
Oh, he's just interested in dick. That's all. He's gonna be very mad I said that.
I mean,
Hey, Cryptic, let's go, Southern boys.
hey-o.
I did tell him you were his favorite, so.
Oh.
Hey, sorry, Cryptic. I didn't know you had bad taste too.
I realize why he's his favorite. We all know what Florida looks like. Makes sense.
A
Moving
gun?
on. Yes. Yes, that's it.
You hold it sideways.
I mean, is Amalta where Throne Keeper's campaign is?
Yes, sir. It is.
Oh, let's go there. I mean, Elijah would take any opportunity to go back to Malta.
I actually
That's
thought
fine.
we were going to end up going that way.
Can't say Cadus though, so that might be an issue. Hey Josh, you got any time temples in Malta near you that you might want explored? Cause we're the crew for you. Hit me up.
We'll clean it out. We're willing to risk 6 more years of our lives, apparently.
So that's funny. Amalta, because of its color, is being chroma keyed out, which is just confusing as hell looking. That's hilarious. It's hilarious that Amalta was removed from the map. That's not, you know.
That's
Wow.
not foreboding at all.
Wow. You can see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the watermelon's there. I was gonna say you have no idea what flavor this is, cause it's green.
But anyways, let me just go over here so you can see it better. Just as a reminder to everybody where the party is. So if I don't know how well you can see the little cursor that I have over here, but it's not like I can like drag and
see it.
drop anything cool. You can. Awesome.
I
So
see it.
you can see along this like little river down here in the southern part of Adir, right about where I'm moving the cursor is the time temple that they just left. And they were kind of traveling this way. They're eventually going to kind of hop on into a boat over near Hod Gwen. And they can take that boat all the way up to Zatish, which is right above this lake over here in Vala. When they get to Zatish, they're going to have the conversation with the commander that's there. Maybe they can find out, get her on their side, so on and so forth. From there, the question is, where would they go next? They can, in theory, come all the way over to this region over here, because they know somewhere over here is where Cadus is. It's very far to the east from where they were. A much shorter distance to the west over here, they could, in theory, stick through Paradel or cut through quickly and go into Galdaria. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. And then I remembered it. Where was I? They can cut through Galdaria into Amalta this way. They can go through Paradel into Yovance and go into Amalta this way. Some of that time, they could actually travel through Adir if they wanted to, visit down that region. I'm not sure what the idea is for you three. So if
Josh
you're
is
thinking,
saying you should draw a bunch of arrows on the map, like an NFL, like play breakdown.
I can't draw because this is just Firefox. It's just an open PNG. It's not the actual
Ew.
like
Firefox, ew.
You need Firefox to display the shit on stream. You can't do it with Chrome because even if you turn on off acceleration, it still doesn't work. But Firefox, you actually turn off acceleration and it'll actually display. Fun fact for streamers out there. If you're trying to do a campaign like this, Firefox, turn off acceleration. OBS works. Moving on. So,
Or there's this great thing called display capture.
yeah, but display capture is not as good as window capture. Because it literally captures the whole display. So if you have like a pop-up happen on your display, and all of a sudden it's like...
You get a lot of pop-ups, Daelric, on your desktop?
Well, maybe I get push notifications from my wife saying, "Hey, sexy, come to bed, my delicious chalupa.
We know that's not what Brittany said.
Your delicious chalupa."
Yeah, that's right. That sounds like something
I'm
she'd
well
say.
aware of that she does not say those things.
No, she definitely does not.
I think I've heard her say it before.
But
The word chalupa.
or if I get push notifications to the bottom right hand corner of that screen that is like maybe say Joey messaging me a secret in Discord. I don't want that showing up on stream.
Yeah, makes sense. What are we doing? Talking about where we're going?
Yeah, it was specifically Tyler's idea of maybe going to a Malta. So I was just saying different ways of getting into a Malta from Zatishk. Would you want to go into
obviously going to the
Would
The
you?
thing is, Ophios doesn't know anything about a Malta.
Yeah, I'm taking him to the wall. Let's go sightseeing. This is it. All right, let's go. We finished. That's it.
Tyler, where would you want to go? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think of where Ophios would think to go. He wouldn't. Like I said, it comes down to Elijah.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
It's
okay,
where
so-
Elijah thinks they would have the most access to be able to try and learn something.
Daelric, what's a Malta and Yovance?
I could do
other
a screen.
relations?
I could do a screen snip and draw on that, but then I have to set up the whole capture
do it. Don't
in the
worry
window, and this is just easier because I'm going to be switching
Uh,
between a bunch of different things, so it's just easier.
How is a Malta and Yovance? How are their relations? Diplomatic relations.
They have a peace treaty. They don't like Yovance, but they deal with them because if you remember on that little map, that little wedge right there at the very northern tip of Yovance, that's literally what's stopping Paradel from getting to a Malta. The ice wall is between the lakes, and just south of the lakes, it's Yovance, barely protecting them.
Cool. So, I mean, we probably don't want to go straight to the ice wall because it's designed to not let people in it. So,
Correct.
Odds would be that it would be better to go through Yovance, I believe.
Or above, like what Scott said.
Yeah, you can also go through Galdaria.
How's our
Gald-
relations with Goldaria?
They're actually, that's a Malta actually seceded. I think that's the correct term for removing. I always forget which ones connect, secede or annex. But they used to be a part of Galdaria, but then
Annex
left.
is join, secede. is
So
join.
secede. They seceded from Galdaria a long time ago because Galdaria wasn't very good with magic and magical law and stuff like that. So Malta seceded to have their own magical nation. But they remained actually really, really good allies. So
Perfect,
it's
then
just,
that'd probably be the best way to go.
yeah,
I mean, we're closer to the north end there anyway, so
correct. So you
that's
could,
probably what Elijah would suggest.
in theory, you could travel from Zatishk right here across the lake, up the river, and get you pretty friggin' close to Galdaria anyways. I mean, if you look at how thin, even though the river gets thin, it gets you within like a handful of miles, maybe like 20 miles at most from the Galdarian border, allowing you to kind of like pass through and be over on that side. So it's totally an option that you guys can do.
Is that red dotted line? Is that like a major road? What is that?
Correct. Yes, that's actually major routes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a quick way into Heplin. Go to the capital.
Yeah. Yep, it is. So I mean, you could totally do that. So I mean, is that the idea that you, Rena, and you, Tyler, like? And if you're going to a Malta, what's the plan when you get there to continue to spread word of the Lopers?
Not satisfied until we tell everybody about the aliens.
I don't know about talking about the Lopers in a Malta, but more so
Yeah.
studying the magic and seeing if they can find traces or tracking.
So, Rena,
We
when
have-
I was folding laundry, getting ready for my vacation after I got out of work earlier,
Uh-huh.
I was listening to an old episode of Legal Eagle from like a year ago where he was talking about the people that were
I'm
trying
really
to.
illegal.
Yeah, me too. We were trying to talking about the people storming Area 51. And it just made me laugh. So sorry.
That's us. Yeah. No.
That was fun. Let's do that again. Area 51 reunion.
I think like
We all,
200
we all
people showed up.
Naruto run in there.
They can't stop us all. There's only enough
Um,
bullets for so many.
They can stop them all.
So basically, okay, let me see if I get this straight then. Like, Ophios is just wanting to learn more about the Loper magic and is looking to Elijah for like
Guidance,
potential
big brother,
areas
yeah.
where he could find this information.
Yeah.
Elijah is wanting to finish off this mission for the commander and then just like dip. Essentially.
Well, I mean, it depends on what we talk about there, but like what the commander says. But I imagine, you know, Amulta's known for its different magics the same way that, you know, the Arcane Congress is known for a certain way of magic and Paradel's known for a certain way of magic. So it just makes sense
Paradel
that...
adheres to AC laws, but go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, so there's... Okay, so Amulta's the odd one out, but
Yep. Mhm.
if anything, that better proves the point that getting different eyes on it, people who have different experiences with magic other than just myself, because I just read from a book, honestly, might be a good idea.
The reason Ophios wants to do it is because every single time they've encountered a Loper, it was actually less about his ability to track and notice them, and more so kind of we've stumbled upon them. And then we've been able to win fights. This is an opportunity in Ophios's mind to go from being responsive and reactive to proactive in being able to have the advantage to actually hunt them down.
Ah, the wisdom that comes with his years.
His ears.
Therefore, then learning more about their history, learning more about their magics, and being able to set up more of places where we can ambush or put them at a disadvantage.
There's a very good chance in Amulta that we're not going to learn anything about their history. If anything, we'll get tactics on how to better deal with their magics, but I don't see us being able to reverse engineer spells that we've seen and observed. I don't think that's going to happen.
There had nothing to do with reverse engineering.
Okay. Just want to clarify that we're not going to be able to like throw what they throw at us back at them. That's not
correct,
going to be the
but
case.
it's more or less having better understanding to counter it in
okay,
things like that.
Perfect. We can all
and also
counterspell.
perhaps being able to track, for example, the honeysuckle armor thing, because that happened the last time we saw the Loper. If there is any place, any way, then Ophios would be able to use this detect magic and various other skills to find evidence and be able to locate them before necessarily they realize that Rena, him, and Elijah are there.
Maybe then it would be best to go to Amulta after we have some kind of like source of the magic. Like I know we have the stuff you took out of the temple, but that's more potions and not so much like if we had like a magic item maybe that was Loper,
we have
that we
those.
could...
Well, yeah.
How many?
2 growing and shrinking swords.
That's right. So that could help us with space, but then we need something for time too.
Well, the
That's gonna
haste
be a lot more
one,
difficult.
Yondis lost, so that's on you.
You can bring him to the temple.
That's true.
That's too far. That's too far. I'm not gonna bring people from Amulta to the temple. That's
Why
a bad
not?
Idea. Unless we can convince Commander Barnes to. Oof.
We could grab
Unless
the
we can
Loper
get a
body
joint
and
effort
fall.
between Amulta and Commander Barnes.
We could bring
it's gonna
that
be
skull
really
we
rough.
got from the temple.
Well,
What
unless
skull
we
you got
give
from the
it to-
temple?
The Loper skull.
we only have the one though.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Did you? I don't recall. Did you take the skull from the Loper in the Kingmaker's city?
No, we left it.
Kingmaker City.
They
That's-
told us to leave it. I asked if we could take it with us, and they said no.
So you realize you're traveling by there, right?
Yeah. That's what chat's
I don't-
saying is we could grab that.
Oh, are they? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
We
think
could
they.
grab
What?
the
I think they
Loper
said it
skull
after me.
first.
They said it after
In
me.
Cursefall?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Curse Vault.
Joey copying my ideas.
It would make
Yeah,
more
we
sense
could-
to try to, do like that, I feel.
I feel like Kingmaker's pissed at us.
We just
It
go
doesn't matter
in and
where
out,
we
get
are;
it,
they'll
leave.
just summon their demons
go.
upon us.
Yeah, they'll chase us
I
down anyway.
mean... Wait, will you be in Cursefall?
Will.
Hey, Will, do you think that maybe a friendly, what's the word I'm looking for, druid might happily lead a group of just nice, plucky adventurers to the capital of his new nation and down into the morgue where they can just, take things that they
Bro.
might need?
I've already done it. And it was with someone who really wasn't happy and plucky.
He just laughs.
So would Elijah think to do that on the way to Zatish, take that skull as well, or would that not cross his mind? Because
They're on the way?
that
I mean,
place
if they're on the way, yeah.
they are on the way.
We could do it.
Also,
Yeah.
where would Ophelia be?
Good question.
We don't know. We're not worrying about it.
You
right
guys
now.
have no idea when Ophelia would be, so you have to
Not
figure
worried
that out.
about it.
Oh,
say
I like
when?
how you said when.
What?
F.
F's in chat.
F's in chat. Rip. Rip.
Yeah, we already
along.
know, by the way, Daelric. You know we already know. We all know. Everyone knows.
Did you ever see that, or did you ever read the book or see the movie of the old Stephen King novel, The Langoliers?
Baseballs?
No.
No.
Was it cool? Oh, it was a cool concept. But anyways, doesn't really matter.
All right, squad. I have an important question for you.
Okay, what's that?
Oh, Ash,
Another
do you
level
remember?
of
Do you
fire?
remember the guy that rips the paper? That guy was weird. I'm sorry, you were
The
saying?
I really
Phobias?
wish I had control of this Zoom call. Another level in fighter to get action surge, which gives me another.
Yes.
Or
Mm-hmm.
warlock, where I can get my other teleport spell and my next otherworldly patron feature.
Level in fighter for action surge
was gonna say-
amazing.
Yeah, get the action surge, and then you can come back to that.
Action surge is only one use per short or long rest, though.
I can
use it
make-
all the time.
I can make it a
Okay.
poll in chat.
I can make... Hey, remember how I got a catnap specifically for short rests?
Hmm?
Yeah, there you
he's-
go. Take the action surge.
I mean, it does give me the ability
Yeah.
one time to attack 4 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same as Rena.
Yeah, I would take it.
And Rena's not the kind of PC that's like, yo, bruh, you're stepping on my toes. She doesn't talk like that.
Well, she does, just not in D&D.
Yeah, honestly, but you guys should see what she's like off stream.
Well,
It's
that's
like, wow.
Incredible.
It's like, Rena, please don't blat
Terrifying.
at me. I know you're from Arizona, but it's one
Yeah,
long
the thing
rifle.
that gets me
but-
is all the slam poetry. Just comes out of nowhere.
it sounds like that to me.
Slam poetry.
Yeah, remember that?
In the White House, like with the Obamas. That slam poetry. No, okay, cool. So, you want to go to the leveling up part. So just to sum up what your character's plan for the season is, you're gonna go to Zatish and try to get the commander on your side. Go to Malta, try to spread the word and get them on your side, and potentially go somewhere else and try to get more people on your side. So it sounds like you were trying to make the shift from we don't know what we're doing to shit, we don't know how to do it to now we know, now we need to find out who to do it with. And
I don't know if it's finding allies as much as it is learning how to do it better. Because the problem we've had with fighting Lopers is that we kind of fail our way to like success. Like we really don't do too well in all of our Loper fights so far.
that is true.
It's either like immediately we stab them and they're done, no big deal. That worked pretty good. Or it's we're fighting one and he freezes us in time and throws a house at us, and the only reason we survived is because Will rolled a 20, and we're just going up in levels, so they're gonna get harder from that. And I don't want to, if they can throw a house, what can they do next level? Throw a whole apartment?
You
know?
fought
It's like-
one Kringal so far. There are a lot more
Yeah.
Kringal, and you're like, this one was different. We don't like this one. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like getting an army of like people as much as it is using context that we have to get better at dealing with the problems we have. I don't think we want like 80 people charging in a battle against the Loper, you know, like under one
No.
flag. You know, it's not really like that. It's like we kind of want to stay small.
Yeah, a bunch of people charging Lopers but the whole idea is that you need aid, whether it be financial or intelligence and so on and so forth.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
But it's, you know, it's distant aids. It's not the army in Momley that we had before.
Correct.
I mean,
If that
no, we
makes
don't
sense.
want to abandon him, but like, I don't know. That's the
Then and who?
Cadus.
Oh, well, fuck him.
Whoa, hold on. You guys just met him.
Damn,
He's.
I've known him.
Did we? Have we just met him? I don't know anymore. Maybe we haven't. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
What time is it? Yeah. That's what I
time is
feel like.
it?
Yeah. I wanna
Showtime,
know what's going
showtime.
on. Our characters
I love
just
that.
assuming that like everything's fine and like the time is normal and we're just like not questioning anything, or are we gonna find out? Or like, is our first order of business to find out like what day is it? Like
Oh, there's
Back
been
to
an
the
army
Future
here for
style.
months. Oh, they're all gone. Oh wait, there's an army headed here.
Have you fought the zombies yet? They're like zombies. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Regicide season 4. What time is it? That's the catch.
That's
That's the title. What time is now?
Because I feel like a lot of our decisions are going to be based on that, right? Or do we not care? What
Wait,
what would
about all the
Ophio
other
say?
campaigns? What about all the other fucking campaigns? I'm confused.
What was that?
now.
I wasn't paying attention. I was leveling up my character.
I was saying like would our decisions on like what we'd be doing be based on like at what point in time we're in, or do we not care like about the whole time situation?
Oh,
We don't
shit,
know
what
what
if-
happened, therefore we are ignoring that at the current moment.
But we know
Oh.
that something happened, right? And we
What if
just
we-
don't know like
Do we
how
know
that's
something
affecting
happened?
anything.
Meta,
If we went
do.
back in time,
Right.
if we went back in time, do you think that Kringle's still alive?
Oh god.
Is Thronekeeper even a campaign anymore?
All the Lopers, they're alive again. The ones we already killed.
They have to restart from episode 1?
We're gonna run into our past selves.
Is actually my trick as a DM to have respawning in my campaigns.
Oh my god.
It's like Dark Souls, but the bosses respawn as well.
No.
Needless to say,
That's what Dark Souls does.
No,
No.
bosses don't respawn. Mini
My
bosses,
viewpoint-
not
Oh,
bosses.
never
yeah.
mind. Yeah.
my viewpoint right now is we don't know time is altered.
But we know something happened.
We don't,
We don't
something
know
happened
something
with time.
happened.
Yes, we definitely
we
know
do.
something. We just don't know if
'Cause
it
he
went
said
forward,
that he
backwards, or
was-
what.
Yeah.
You know he needed to be there, and he didn't return.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we know.
But you don't know the consequences of that, correct?
Correct.
Well,
And
we know
also,
that the
Elijah and
army's
Rena
gone.
really necessarily don't. Ophios was the one who was actually paying attention to shit.
First of all, Elijah's always paying attention. Second of all, the whole army disappeared. There's an army headed here now. The guy at the top of the hill said, "Hey, time's gonna get fucked up if I don't die on there." So we go, "Oh,
That's
okay,
not
whatever."
what he said. He said
He said
time
you know
needs
what,
guidance.
you-
Needs a guide.
You understand what I'm saying? And then we leave and we've aged, and things are different. So we
already
know
knew
that
we were
we've gone
probably
forward
going
in
to
time.
age within that temple.
So we know that time isn't how we left it. We just don't know
Yeah.
where we are.
No,
Yeah.
we don't know time isn't.
No, we know because it's like we came out and he
'Cause
said,
we're
"How long
older-
were we in that temple for?"
Yeah, and we
so we
know
know
that
time
Salant
has
was in there for a
passed.
long time.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we just don't know how much time has passed. So we
Yeah,
actually
we-
would assume that we're more forward in time.
Correct.
Is that a safe assumption?
Yes, but we have no inclination that time has been affected or altered in any way. There is absolutely no inclination for our characters to think that.
Well,
The
your
only thing we
characters know
know-
that your characters would probably just not be surprised if things were off.
Correct.
It'd be one of
It's
those things
fair
where it's
to
like,
assume that
does
things are
time
up at
seem
this point.
off? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Cool.
And not
Yeah.
only that, the only thing we would know is the fact that the temple's time places that we realized when we were in there had an effect on us, and that's what caused us to age quickly.
So our characters are just trying to play catch up with whatever happened outside the temple.
Yeah, so essentially we have no clue, so we are going about business as usual.
Okay.
All right.
We have, well, I mean, meta we do, but as PCs, our characters in the game would.
I'm just
not
trying to
know
think
that.
of what do we know meta that we don't know in character involving time in this temple.
That
'Cause
time
it's
is.
all been.
I guess we don't know anything.
We don't know that this temple was for time. We don't know it had anything to do with time within it. The only thing we know is that guy was guiding time and said time needs a guide.
Right, our
And we
characters.
look older, and things aren't where we left them. It definitely hasn't been just 2 days. Time's definitely been different than 2 days.
Yeah.
I feel like all the assumptions that we're making in meta were because of what we saw in character, so we can assume in character
No.
too.
No.
I think I think we're just getting off topic now.
I think you're metaing hard.
I think his character is also very intelligent.
Yeah,
And,
so is Ophios now. He's got an 18. That's good.
I have a 19.
He has a 19. Even better.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so
gotta
we're
ban
going
this
to-
person right here. Hold on. And ban. Bye.
Wow.
You want to be famous? Click this link.
What's that Total Drama Island intro?
Do you not have links off in your chat,
I
Scott?
mean, links are turned off, which is why it only showed up as stars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So we know what the plan is moving forward. Whether or not your characters are interpreting things, that doesn't fucking matter. So let's go to the other meta thing, because that'd be fun. Let's talk about actual leveling up of the characters. So
Okay, I'm
Tyler is boring and already did his. Tyler, yours is easy. You literally just added action surge. But at level, what are you now?
7 overall, 2 in fighter, 5 in
7.
warlock.
So last level, your proficiency bonus went up, not this one. Gotcha. Are you going to roll your HP for us, sir?
Is that what is that? A D10?
Yes.
For fighter?
And our proficiency is a 3, right? That's what
Yeah,
it's supposed to
we
be.
went up at level 6, yeah.
Yeah. So my level up is real boring, guys.
Yeah, you just get super awesome
Mine is
power.
too. I just got a spell on shit.
That's a 7.
Mine's easy too.
Cool. So you gain 7 health points. Good for you. Rena!
That's below average, but I'll take it.
What class are you going to take? Are you going to stay fighter, which at level 7 of what you are is pretty cool, if I remember correctly. Give for me a moment, please.
Unless somebody wants to give me a reroll on my hit die.
Because Rena, you stayed fighter, right?
Yes, I did. I didn't change.
Okay.
And I actually think I'm going to stay fighter.
Because at level 7 of fighter, you get more abilities for your being a battle master, which level 7 gives you 2 more maneuvers,
Right.
gives you another superiority die, and the ability to judge people.
Nice.
Yeah. You give that like discerning eye.
It's perfect.
Which means she can now look at Ophios and be like, you weakling.
You fool. Size him up.
You
Yeah,
would.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, I'll get another superiority die.
When did Yondis
and
have
I'm
the
looking
wrong
at
level?
maneuvers.
What?
Oh, don't worry about that. All it did was affect my proficiency bonus.
It's funny, Rena, because like 1 more level for you is totally worth it
Still
because you get ability score improvement. But then after that, I don't even know if it's worth it to stay fighter. Like, what does Indomitable do again?
Reroll a saving throw that you fail.
I mean, what, once a long rest?
Yeah.
It's like at that point, if you wanted to dip into Ranger, which is what you were kind of thinking about, at that point, if you dipped into Ranger, that's where things start getting sexy. Because they're like, okay, pick up a cool couple features. Level 2, you get a couple of spells, and you get another fighting style, and blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be Ranger. It could be a different class that gives you a fighting style and spells.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I'm going to stay fighter for this level.
Yeah. DBZ Power Scanner, she looks at the two of them and says, combined, they equal less than 9,000.
That's not true.
Good job, Joey. You solved the riddle. Joey, here, hold on. Gold star for you. Sorry. You're welcome. Sorry.
I feel like I would want to know like AC and I don't even know.
You don't have to choose. You just have to do any of those.
Oh, I could choose any of them? Oh, I
Eh,
thought I had to choose.
You know, anytime you judge people, every time you spend a minute, you get to learn, I think, 2. Right?
Oh, you can learn certain information. If you spend at least 1 minute
2.
observing or interacting on the 2 of the following characteristics. Yeah,
It's
you're right.
all based in comparison to her.
So it could be different
like
every
above or
time.
below. Are they stronger or weaker? Are they more dexterous or less
Ooh.
dexterous?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
if you spend 4 minutes staring at somebody, you know all of that.
Cool. Okay.
Actually, technically it says if you spend at least 1 minute, you get to choose 2, so I guess that's not true. So after at least a minute, you get to know 2, and then that's kind of where it
at
stops.
least. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, for that one person. But then you like put the person next to you.
Yeah. Shift my gaze. Just okay. And now you.
It could
look
be
at,
very good for looking at people fighting each other.
you look
Let's
at,
just size both of them up that are fighting each other.
Yeah, because then you have 2 points of comparison.
It's true.
Cool.
Yep,
So
that's what I'm doing.
awesome. Glad to hear that one. Back to what's his face? Or sorry, actually, Rena. While you're putting that on your character sheet. Rena. What other 2 maneuvers did you want? And chat, were there more maneuvers that came from any what are they called?
Magic school buses.
Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, that's it.
That might be good as well. That's more than just these ones. All right. I think I see them here, like maneuver options, ambush, bait and switch, and all those. Do you see those, Rena, or no?
Wait. I'm looking at a different list of maneuvers. I guess maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
Let me try sending you a link and seeing if this works. Rena.
Trip attack, sweeping attack, riposte, rally, pushing attack.
See if this
precision attack,
shows you what
parry.
I'm seeing, where it's showing none of the fighter features, but it's showing all of the Battlemaster features, including if you scroll down under your maneuvers, there's a golden thing there that says maneuver options.
Where is this?
I'm talking to Rena. Not
Yeah,
you.
but I want to see it.
Okay, I'm on the same page, but I'm looking at the same list, I guess.
What does it say underneath
where it's
trip attack?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to knock the target down.
My apologies. What is the next thing after trip attack?
That's the last one.
It doesn't say, what does it say underneath that? Martial archetype feature?
Yes.
Cool. This is what you need to do. And the top of this webpage, top left-hand corner, above Artificer but beneath Home, press the button that says Filter.
Mm-hmm.
In the source area, all the way to the right, press All.
Okay.
Press Save, and then
Save, yeah.
get out of there. And then scroll
Now
down,
look at
and yeah.
Oh, maneuver options. Got it. I see now.
So you have 2 more that you get to add to your character. Can you tell chat which ones you have, and then maybe they can give you suggestions on which ones to get? And
Yes,
did you
okay.
follow my instruction as well, Tyler, so you can see them all as well?
Maneuver options. I don't see maneuver options.
Did you listen to how I told her to show
Yeah, I
more
hit
stuff?
filter. I did source. I hit all.
Okay, then when you go down beneath maneuvers, it should show maneuver options as well. If you don't see it, I'll just send you a picture.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
All right,
In
dick
the
pic coming your
filter
way.
area?
It's your fault. Snipping tool.
Stuff got added, but I don't see the word maneuver options anywhere.
It's all good, man. I'm sending it to you. I'm gonna put inside register side spoilers chat, so that viewers can see it as well if they're on a device where they can view multiple things. There you go. It's there for you, Tyler. All right, back to you, Rena.
Oh wait, that's on. I'm looking at the maneuvers page, not the core class thing.
Mm-hmm. So, Rena, my apologies. Did you see any maneuvers that you liked, and which ones did you say you have?
So I have distracting strike,
I like
precision
that.
attack,
Mm-hmm.
and parry. Those are the ones that I have.
So you use precision and parry a lot. Distracting you
Yes.
haven't used a lot because Yondas isn't around, and honestly, even when he is around, wait, distracting when you.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah, and even when he is around, he actually has other ways of getting his sneak attack now. So if you wanted to switch out distracting, you're welcome to do so, or you can hold on to it because you like having that for Yonda. So let's assume you're holding on to it for now. Suggestions in chat are ambush, sweep,
Sweeping attack?
Bait
That's
and
not under the
switch.
maneuver options. Are they saying switch out for sweeping attack?
We get 2 new ones. So they were suggesting ambush and sweeping attack and bait and switch.
Okay, let me read this.
I don't know bait and switch.
Where the fuck is this?
It's just switching places with an ally.
Oh, that gives your it
And
gives
the ally gains a bonus to AC equal to the number rolled.
yeah, it's pretty badass if you're trying to do things like make Ophios even more obnoxious.
I have no idea how to get to whatever you sent me.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you got a picture, so you can just read it off there.
No, I need to know.
Snipe. Snipe is pretty badass.
A ranged weapon attack. Can
Yeah.
draw a thrown weapon as part of making this attack.
So if you had snipe as a bonus action, you could actually draw a throwing axe and throw it at somebody.
Oh, if you hit, add the superior die. Oh, okay.
It's like a really cool like option to just like oh, oh.
Just like every single attack I could do.
I mean, you have to use a
I did look at riposte, right? That's how you say it.
repost.
Repost.
Riposte, whatever.
Yeah, like you're reposting somebody else's
Riposte. I like that
meme on
one.
Reddit.
repost is a cool one. But
It
it
is a cool
requires
one.
them to attack you and miss.
And miss.
And we all know what happens when I attack Rita.
I mean, Silver
Actually,
Tongue for me.
I'm always hitting on Rena.
Sometimes.
Let's see, brace. When an enemy you can see moves within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to expend 1 superiority die and make 1 weapon attack against that creature. If the attack hits, oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. The way brace works is if somebody walks up to you, you go, oh, fuck you.
Ambush would be really good for if you had already had a favorite enemy for initiative.
That's if I'm already being stealthy, I guess.
No,
Ambush is not
no.
really an arena thing, I
I
don't
don't
think.
really know. Yeah,
No.
I feel like it would make more sense to have something else.
Even restraining is not really you. I like a brace. Bait and switch is nifty, but I don't see you using it that often.
Bait and switch is if you were working hand in hand with another person.
So brace, if the creature moves just in front of me and on their turn or whatever, then I get it's basically just an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, for walking up to you. For you know, stepping is one of those 6 feet. You know, and
Yeah, I said 6 feet.
right.
I agree.
So basically, brace allows you to get an opportunity attack when somebody approaches you.
It's kind of cool.
Whereas riposte is on a miss, then you can attack. Both of those combined is really good.
I mean, not in 1 round, of course, because they require your reaction. But
Right, but they're both really good usage. As far as the fact that she gets 2 maneuvers right now that she learns.
don't forget too, she has to use her reaction to do parry. So if you grabbed both of those, you would have 3 that require your reaction, meaning that your reaction would be heavily limited. On top of the fact that it already is a reaction to make an opportunity attack. So you would have 4 reaction dependent things it actually is not good stacking for you. The ones that don't require actions are really nice because you can choose to use them whenever you'd like. Like, say,
Kind
for
of like
instance,
the
precision.
idea of snipe.
See,
That's
snipe is cool
okay.
because it uses a bonus action. The cool thing about snipe is that how often do you, Rena, because you have the ability to, if you drop somebody or score a critical hit, to get a free attack as a bonus action.
Yeah.
But more often than not, that doesn't happen. So this allows you to still be able to take a shot. And if you ever choose to pull your bow, like you used to before, that allows you to bow attack, bonus action, bow attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think it's cool, especially if you did like bonus action, bow attack, drop the bow, free action, draw your weapon while you're moving up and attack twice. You know, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, some really cool
see what you mean.
combos you can do with snipe. So,
Can she both drop and pull a weapon?
yeah, dropping is a free action. It's not get really, at least from my mind from earlier editions, dropping is always a free action. Doesn't consider an interaction with an object because it's just, you just do this. And then
And then the
drawing
other
a
is the
weapon is the
interaction
one
with
time
the
per
object.
round. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but that I mean, I don't know if that's actually how 5e works, but that's how my brain works from other editions, so it just makes sense to me.
Oh, rally is kind of interesting.
I
Never brought
like
that up.
rally. What's your charisma modifier though?
It's just 1. It's not very high.
So yeah, you get to roll the superiority die, which is nice. But if you roll low, it's the only problem with rally. There's two issues with rally that I can point out, Rena. Issue number 1, you don't have a really high charisma, which is why paladin kind of went onto the back burner as an idea for you. And 2, it does not stack with 8 of the martyr. And with Oklo, what's up, buddy? You would never be able to use it.
And you wouldn't really use it on Ophios because of his spell that gives him bonus.
Yeah. If you guys ever needed a temporary hit die, you just toss a wink at chat. It's like a slow wink at the camera, like a
What about maneuvering attack?
maneuvering
already
is
have
interesting. Nope.
No.
That's the one. Added superiority die, damage, up to half their speed without provoking. That's an interesting one, but you guys don't really worry about maneuvering too much.
Yeah, I guess not.
We do have flanking set up in our game though.
Commander.
Yeah. So if I can get them on the opposite side, I don't know.
And to me, that just has less value because in 5e, this is garbage system where, like, if your character stays within the reach of the person that you're fighting, you can just run circles around them and it literally does nothing. It doesn't provoke anyways. Whereas in other editions, every time you took a step within somebody's reach, it provoked an attack of opportunity. So, like, maneuver would be super powerful in a game like Pathfinder. But in a game like 5e, it's like, thanks for the extra movement, I guess. You know, so.
I
If you're setting up
personally
flanks,
like.
that could be useful.
I personally like
What
brace.
did you say, Messi?
I just said if you're setting up flanks, it could be useful, but yeah, I can't really see anything besides that.
I mean, instead of, or getting somebody out of danger, because you can also imagine if you hit a creature and then your friend runs away from that danger, so they don't have to. So, like, let's say if you did have Yondas in your team, he could move without having to use a bonus action to disengage or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys could have done something like that when you fought the big creature thing, the golem thing.
Yeah.
So, what's Rena's
personally like
objective?
brace.
Control, more damage, reduce damage. This is totally my question. I read it from nowhere.
I like
Yeah.
brace and I like.
I read it
restrain.
while you read it. Her objective, control, I feel.
I like.
She
brace
does a
and
lot of
restrain.
damage already. But a lot of it is dependent on so many different factors. Like, if I have high initiative and I can go first, then great, I do very well. But if I'm not going first, then it's pretty detrimental. So I'd say control. I think that
Brace
sounds
and
fair.
pushing attack, but then you just keep running out of superiority die.
I mean, she's never run out of them before. I think she's literally one combat ever run out. Brace is a cool one because you're obviously
You,
like
if they
brace.
approach you to attack you, it's
Yeah. I was kind of leaning towards that.
Because you hit them and then you push them back. That's pretty cool.
And wait, pushing attack?
I
Push it.
personally like
I see.
brace and snipe or brace and restraining.
See, I like brace. I think it's a cool one, and I really like snipe for your character.
I like
won't
snipe
lie.
too. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool.
And to answer Joey, commanding strike is one of the worst options in the game. You have to spend a bonus action to lose one of your attacks to make one of your friends use a reaction to then make an attack, which might fail. It's not like it gets advantage or anything like that. So it's like, cool.
Yeah, that's what I
Thanks.
was saying, Josh, is ambush is good for improving initiative, especially if you have like grudge bearer. That would be good for me.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, I mean, it does set the tone for combat. It does help with the stealthy, but that's just not Rena's concept. You know, she did specifically go with medium armor, and breastplate. I think you wear, right, Rena?
Yes.
So and did you get medium armor mastery or no? No, I think
I
that's why you wear
don't think
breastplate and
so.
not half plate.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because your dex is what, 14?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So she can stealth. It's not that she's terrible at it. She can stealth. I think she has a +2 in it.
Yes.
But that's not like her concept. So, I do like snipe and brace. I think those
Brace.
are really cool options.
Yeah.
I think the next question is. I'm sorry. Rena literally just said she wanted to go first in combat. Stop scotting. Ouch. But Rena, isn't that the reason why you were thinking about level dipping into Ranger, as opposed to grabbing something like ambush?
Yeah, like I'd be I don't want to go for ambush. I'm thinking brace and snipe right now. I feel like that's the way to go. And then, like we were talking about, moving into maybe Ranger in the next level or something else. I don't know. I'd have to look at it, but
It's funny because you could even Tyler and I had this conversation probably 8 months ago, real life. You could do snipe and brace, as you said, but also it's like kind of like going along that path. Get yourself a like a longbow of warning, and the weapon of warning gives you advantage on initiative anyways, which is
cool.
pretty cool without having to level up into Ranger. And then you can avoid that class entirely and still have the advantage on blah 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 blah. But I won't lie, Rena having levels in Ranger makes sense to me, because if you remember Rena's whole backstory, she literally walked into the campaign like, oh, I know about these lands here. I have these as research lands, and whenever you guys went walking through lands, I studied the lands, and so it actually, to me, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why we talked about Ranger, and I explained it to Rena when we were talking about the prison thing, was that essential character trait.
Yeah, we would have done it like 2 levels ago, but at the time it didn't make sense. Right now, I want to take this extra level in fighter, and then I'd probably move into that. So
I mean, you might even go one more level in fighter just to get the +2 to your stats,
yeah, exactly.
or feet, depending. But let's continue for a minute.
No, I think that's good.
All right, cool. So then we're going to go fighter. You're going to grab, my apologies, snipe and brace.
Brace. Yeah.
Do you need help adding those to your character sheet, or you got this?
No, I can do it.
All right, cool. And then
And then I
Rena,
have to roll hit die.
the next question for you, we'll do that afterwards. You can add that shit in there. Because you also have to add know your enemy. Don't forget to increase your superiority die maximum by 1, because you probably have
Yes.
4 or 5 now, whatever it is.
I had 4, and now I'm at 5.
Cool. And so then the next question for Rena, and also chat your opinion on this. Rena does currently have the maneuver called Distracting Strike, because it was meant to be worked with Yondis and whatnot. So and Yondis is dead, of course. So to read Distracting Strike to you, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. You add superiority die to the attack's damage roll. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of your next turn.
It's still good for allies in general.
It is allies in general. It's just it gives Yondis sneak attack damage.
But the thing is, Yondis gets sneak attack damage. Really, Distracting Strike only worked if she was ranged when she did that.
No, sneak attack damage also works if Yondis is engaged with the same person with her, because Yondis has the ability to do it by himself.
Yeah, but if Rena was attacking that creature,
Oh, that's right.
he would automatically have sneak attack
That's right.
in close range. Because if there's another creature that
That's
is
right.
threatening to it within its radius, you automatically get sneak attack. That's how the rogues are built.
Kirkles, just be you might not know what we do here, because I'm sorry, I my apologies, I don't know your name. Your name does not stand out to me. I'm so sorry. So maybe you're new here, maybe we just never saw it stand out before. But we don't do flanking gives advantage, because I think that's broken as shit. So we do flanking gives +2 to the attack roll, so you can have something for it. So there you go. That's why. Well, welcome. I appreciate your coming by and catching the stream. I will try to remember your name in the future. I eventually have you haunt my nightmares, Joey. And then I never stop thinking about you, Steve and Cell, or I have you bothering me all the time, Josh, and so on. But yeah, so it's going to be less often, I think, unless Aklo's there giving Winifred's wisdom.
And even then, if they're engaged in combat, like if Yondis was there and that the person he attacked was engaged in combat or had an enemy within 5 feet, they automatically get sneak attack.
Once more with feeling.
So.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, Rena, I think everybody's more or less making arguments of why distracting sucks now, unless you're doing it with like a bow or something like that. In which case, honestly, if you're doing it with a bow, he might be just standing toe to toe with that person by himself and getting it anyways.
Yeah.
So, if in that case, if we're getting rid of distracting from Rena,
I honestly like trip attack.
Trip attack, it just sucks in 5e, because in 5e when you trip somebody, what does that mean? Well, all attacks against them have advantage until they stand up, but standing up means nothing. It takes like no movement, and there's no penalty.
Yeah.
Oh no! You know, like tripping just sucks in 5e. In earlier editions, standing up from prone provoked attack of opportunity from everybody within range. In 5e, it's like, cool, I'm up now, thanks.
What about menacing attack?
Menacing is interesting because of the frightened feature.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is actually that's not so bad. Let me just see what frightened does again. A frightened target has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, which is nice because it's a debuffer, which is nice. So,
I personally like restrained.
But Rena's not a grappler.
She has the strength for it though.
But she's not a grappler. When has Rena said, "You know how I'm gonna handle this situation?
I'm gonna
give him a
grab
hug."
them. Yeah.
like she walks up and grabs him by the situation.
I just see a lot of good RP moments for us to use that.
You just want her to hug you more often, is that what it is?
No. When we're not
really
trying
weird
to kill somebody and
segue.
instead are capturing for information.
Sweeping
We don't
attack
do
is
that
a
often though. Do we?
Sweeping attack is a nifty one. It just doesn't do a lot of damage, unfortunately. I wish it worked kind of like the cantrip there that wizards and whatnot, like warlocks and whatnot get, where it can do more damage as you scale up in level. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It's kind of lame. It's a nifty feature though.
What about fainting attack?
I always like the idea of fainting because it gives you advantage. You have to expend a bonus action to do it.
Especially with crits.
So fainting is like cool, but you don't. It's not like you're a champion or the other whatever the type of fighter is that gets 19 to 20 to crit or 18 to however it goes to. So it's like
Which
it's cool.
I honestly had a question about that. I don't know if we ever had a chance to talk about it. But
we did not. 1 second on that one.
Evasive footwork.
I mean, evasive footwork is nifty. I like that one because, but it's until you stop moving. So it's literally a bonus to your AC until you like literally for this turn while you're walking. So it's
Yeah, it didn't seem really like.
it's
That's
great
that's
if you're
really hard to do in a turn-based game. Is I'm still moving.
Well, no, it's for like attacks of opportunity for moving, and it's for like if you think there's prepared actions. Like imagine a Scooby-Doo hallway scenario where there's people running through the doors, but you imagine like there's 5 people at the end of the hallway with like a bow ready to attack you as you run through, and so you trigger all their attacks of opportunity, but you're like, oh, evasive footwork, you know.
I thought about lunging attack.
I like lunging as well. I've used that before with pike. Like lunging attack with a pike is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So especially if you're if you have lunging attack with a pike as a
I don't think you can lunge with your brace. I don't think you can use 2 superiority die like that, can you?
I think you can, but the target has to be within 5 feet of you, so it doesn't work.
I kind of think ambush. Like if I was just gonna switch it out.
Okay.
Initiative.
Okay, like you had one to help Yondis, and now you miss him.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. You know what?
But it could be, it could be useful for certain situations. I don't know.
No, really, legit. It sets the tone for combat. If you walk in, you're like, I rolled a 16, but I want to make sure Scott can go F himself. Let me roll a superiority die. Like that's legit. Like it can be cool that way.
It's also becomes advantageous, especially if you go into ranger with favored enemy, because if you attack them before their action, you have advantage.
I just almost
so I
wish
could either increase my initiative or just increase my stealth check.
I just almost wish that you would be allowed to spend a superiority die to have advantage on the dexterity, stealth, or initiative check.
Yeah.
As opposed to just get that die roll added on.
Added to it.
Yeah.
Well, the superiority is what, a D10?
Or D8 for her, I think, right now, right? Or did it go up?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's D8 at start, and it becomes a D10 at level...
It's a D8.
Level 10, it becomes a D10. And at level 18, it becomes a 12.
Gotcha.
I really wish it didn't become a 12. I really wish it became a 2D6. Like, because rolling it, like, having a D12, like, step up to the D12 from the D10, it's like, so I can still roll ones? Cool. I'm glad my name is Josh, and that's all I'll ever roll, because that's the way the dice fall. It really should be a 2D6 at that time, you know?
Yeah.
Steve is saying sweeping attack could be useful with how often I get ditched. That's funny.
That is funny. Problem is, sweeping attack is shitty damage.
Nah, I know. I don't want to do sweeping attack.
It doesn't even add your strength.
The only other one I was thinking about was pushing attack, so.
I mean, you're right. Pushing is cool. I like pushing. Imagine if you had like Rena and what's his name there? Ophios, both with the pushing attack. Him with it tagged on to his Eldritch Blast. So she like shoves somebody back 15 feet and then he Eldritch blasts them like another 15 and then they fall in a hole or something. Like pushing somebody back 30 feet is pretty badass. So
pushing somebody back in particular situations is majorly badass.
Oh, hey chat, I actually don't know the answer to this because I've never encountered it or had to deal with it. If you're a warlock, say level 11, and you have 3 Eldritch Blasts and you have pushing attack, does each pushing attack push them further and further and further, or is it only one per casting of the spell? So is it one per casting or one per bolt? I imagine it's per bolt because the damage is per bolt, right? So I imagine it would work the same way.
Snaga just said yes.
Well, to be fair, he said yes before I made it multiple choice. Per bolt, yeah. I mean, that
bolt per hit.
Yeah,
would
that'd
that
be pretty
work,
cool.
Josh?
What?
If I push them back, if I use a superiority die to push them back, and they started coming towards me again, could I use another superiority die to brace?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so next time they approach, you
interesting.
can hit them right away with your reaction.
Hmm.
And
That's why Josh said that was a great combo.
I mean, I like that combo as well. You just can't do them simultaneously. You have to do them one then the other.
Yeah.
So it's really good if you're in a BBEG, because it's like keeping them back from you a bit, which honestly isn't a bad thing because having Ophios in front of you is kind of because even though you're the tank, Ophios has the AC to take a hit, so or to not take a hit really. So ambush, I like that one, Rena, and I do like since you took brace, I do like pushing. I like both of those for you. It's up to you though at this point.
I really can't decide. Ambush or pushing?
You can have both because you're replacing one and you're grabbing 2 right now.
No, I already grabbed brace and snipe.
Joey, she's probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
grabbing any more feats. She keeps grabbing feats, so she's probably gonna have to do a stat boost this next level up if she was level 8 fighter. We'll see when she gets there, but she'll probably do a stat boost.
Should I flip a coin for it? Because I can't decide.
I mean, honestly, Rena,
I would say pushing.
I do allow people to switch things out when you level up. So whatever one you went with, if you ended up being like, I don't really like it so much, you could always switch it for level 9.
It's also in fighter that you have maneuver versatility.
No. That's a made up thing that I don't allow.
Really?
Yeah, I don't allow maneuver versatility. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, because that allows you to like change it with like a nap.
No.
See,
I was
that's how I
saying
felt,
it's
Josh.
per level up. That's what I thought it was.
No, I think it's after a long rest you can change your stuff, which is obnoxious.
I'm gonna take ambush for the initiative.
Cool. You
Martial
grab that.
versatility is level, maneuver. Oh yeah, that is long rest. You're right.
Yeah.
So I'm getting rid of
Cool.
distracting strike here. Okay. Thank you.
Ambush is more useful. Pushing is more fun,
Yeah.
especially with the ability to do it in stealth because you're not necessarily the high rated in stealth.
It's funny that they
Yeah.
have a fighter style that's called superior technique, and it literally just gives you one more maneuver and one more superiority die, which is kind of cool. Especially if you did that. Imagine going like level 4 fighter. Level 3 human fighter that variant human. So you have like the battle master feat. You went battle master for your actual class, and you took that for your fighting style. So you get to have what's that 3, 6 maneuvers and 5 superiority die at level 3. That's pretty baller. You know what I mean?
Stop
Yeah.
talking about what I'm trying to get her to do with Ranger, Scott.
Is that what superior technique for Ranger? I don't know if I would do that for her for Ranger. I honestly, if she could take the defense, that might be good for her. Or if she wants to do bows a little bit more often, Archer is pretty cool. But throw and weapon fighter, that's a new one. In addition, you can draw and throw a weapon as part of an attack. As part of the attack. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You would need
well,
to carry like
I added
javelins
all
and
those
shit.
then. So I have to do my hit points, and then I think that's it for the level up.
Yeah, roll higher than me.
Okay. Oh, I better
It's
make
not
sure
hard,
I'm
I
on
rolled a
normal.
5.
What do we roll for hit? Oh, here
The
you
hit
just
dice.
hit dice.
Wrong one.
Duh, I'm dumb.
Hey, look at that! It's really
Hey.
higher than me.
Oh,
That was good, Rena. Good job.
Damn.
Kudos. Also, Rena. Not Rena, chat. Tyler technically rolled a 5. Don't forget, you can use a 8 of the martyr to make him re-roll if you want to with your deities. Rena rolled
be
a
worse.
9 out of 10, so. Rena, what's your total health when you added that 13?
add the 13. I am at 83.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
There was
No.
a time. There was a time where Ophios had the most health. That has long since gone because of Rena's armor.
So what's that? A maximum health you could have right now is actually 101, and you have 83 out of 101. Rena?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it's
Oh, with the armor?
yeah, because it's 10 times. Wait, is it 100? No, it's probably 108. Yeah, probably 108 is the maximum. But you have 83 out of 108. It's pretty awesome. Okay, and does anybody want to make Tyler reroll his 5 out of 10?
How do I do that math? 2, my constitution modifier is 2, multiplied by 10 is 20. Plus 5 levels of D8, so that's 40, that's 60. Yeah, so my max could be 80, I'm at 58. That's not too bad.
So, The next one is Elijah. Did you level up
all I
already,
get is
buddy?
a spell. Yeah, so I took my spell.
Wait, is that really all you get?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me look. Wizard level 7.
I get 1 4th level spell.
1 4th level spell slot. Wow, it's nothing for your... Wow.
No, that's it.
Rena does not have the toughness feat.
It's kind of boring, man.
Well, you take them when you get them.
So chat, Rena's birthday just passed. Y'all remember that? And she's supposed to get a gift. Did we ever enhance that gift with a hype train? I don't think we did.
I don't remember talking about this.
I don't know. I don't think we ever decided exactly what her gift was going to be. So we can vote on what her gift is going to be. Do we want to vote on it?
Should I roll hit die?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, to be fair, Summon Snake is saying it was level 5. Remember, it's always level 5. Like, you guys are fucking crazy. Whenever you choose to go supportive enough to make a hype train. Yeah, ooh, there you go. There you go. Somebody please let him reroll.
Nice.
Yeah. Eat the
Yes.
water.
Oh my gosh, let him reroll.
Yeah.
So whenever you guys choose to go hype train, you always go all in with the crazy friggin' level 5, and it's nutty and it's appreciated. But should we do a vote for what Rena gets?
What?
I know what
Real quick,
Rena
before
should
we
get.
do that.
What's your opinion
if
on
you-
what Rena should get?
Nice new axe.
That is an option. That is absolutely an
Oh, is it?
option.
Is that for me? Thanks,
You
boys.
are able to reroll, sir.
Somebody finds her axe and mails it to her.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh no.
I saw it happening too.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Yikes.
She's so happy. Somebody else want to give him an 8 of the martyr to help him out? There's another
Sorry, I
one.
wasted it, Chad. I'm
You-
sorry.
you go right ahead,
Is
you
that,
can-
that one for me?
Ooh,
It actually says
that's
E,
cool.
so it's Elijah.
Oh.
Oh, but there's one.
Thank you.
There's one for you, sir. There's one for you, Tyler. So let's let Messy go first.
Wait, no,
Rolled a
I rolled
6.
first.
All right.
Okay, and now you, sir, can do your reroll.
Now I'm terrified because he just rolled decently.
Hey!
Okay, that's better.
Hey, you went up by 2. You guys are actually pretty good. So why don't
I'm at 60 now.
we can force him to reroll again if you want to try to get
That's
above a 7,
wizard.
or make it funny and make him roll a 1.
No,
This wizard
no, I'm
average
fine.
rolled
I'm
a
at an
7.
even 60. Let's keep it
Yeah,
that
but you don't
way.
get to choose. Chat. If you want to make him reroll again, you go right ahead.
I can't believe it went up.
I've heard that about you, but hey,
Got him.
Wow. I don't know who you were talking to.
well, actually, it was
Who
Wade.
was it that brought up your wife? In that
Whoa.
one Discord call, Scott? That made me uncomfortable as all get up.
I don't remember even what you're talking about, but that's because I have a garbage memory. So anyways, yeah, Rena, do you want me to have chat vote what option it is that you get?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay with that.
cool. Oh, okay. Well, hold on. And I think because of chat being amazing, I think it's about to start a hype train, because I think that technically triggers a hype train.
No.
Well,
Gotta
because
be
there's
3 separate occasions within a certain spot.
that
peak
was
of time
3
with
separate
3 different
occasions,
people.
but I don't know what the time frame is.
If you have it to the maximum, I think it's 3 minutes.
I don't know if I ever said it. So probably 3 minutes. I would have to look and
It's
see.
not triggered. I'm looking at your chat right now, so it wasn't triggered.
Sometimes it's delayed, so that maybe.
Oh, it's not triggered because it's Van did 2 of the 3 things.
Oh, it has to be a
Has to be
third
3 different
person.
people.
Gotcha. Oh, and there's Oklo, so he's 2 of the 3 things as well. So that's funny. Anyways,
Crazy.
let us.
Minimum bid amount is 100 to trigger it.
And the first triggering thing was exactly 3 minutes ago, I think. So I don't know. Either way, let me set up a. Oh, there we go.
There you
Inside
go,
my
that
snake.
can
Oh,
trigger
Hey,
it.
yeah.
hey, hey!
There it is.
Woo! All right, let's get this vote going.
The good thing is you just probably got to level 5 because of those gift subs.
That'd be pretty cool, actually, if we see exactly where it brings us to. Manage poll, new
Oh,
poll.
wow.
What's
It's gonna take a while because it has to do the 100% of each tier.
Once more with feeling.
Oh, yep. Yeah. You were right.
I think she needs a new axe because she has that sweet ability
Once more
called
with feeling.
Fell-Handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she can get any axe and use that.
Yeah, but she needs a nice new axe.
Hold on, there were the 3 things I had in mind.
Yeah, you're already past level 5.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
157%.
Well, look at that. That's amazing. Oh, and Josh. Jesus Christ. Okay.
My
Wow.
goodness.
Thank you, everybody. And I'm so sorry. I had 3 things in mind. Obviously axe was one of them, and obviously what's it called? I had another thing in mind. But what was the third thing that we were talking about for Rena? What else were we saying for her?
Once more with feeling.
Scouter.
All right, that's right.
What does the scouter say about our power level?
That's right. I remember what it is.
More with feeling.
Level 5. Wow.
Rena doesn't need a stat increase. She does need like the most epic magical
Like
item.
super OP.
All right, I'm about to start a 3-minute vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for delay so it actually times with, and let's press it now.
Thanks,
Once
Josh.
more with feeling.
There you go.
Tithing for the queen.
Oh shit! I gotta end that. End poll. Sorry. New poll.
Once more
I have to. Sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry.
Did you leave daddies on?
There you go.
Once more with feeling.
There you go.
I don't see a
Okay.
poll, Scott.
Sorry, it's because I had to end
Taking
it.
care of it.
Yeah. Sorry, I made a mistake. What was the next thing I was doing? Sorry, it was That's right.
Once
And then
more with feeling.
okay.
So fucking weak.
Okay, here we go.
Once more
Going in
with
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and once again pause to make sure it actually lines up with. And here we go. All right.
Once more with feeling.
Bum 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 bum. Y'all gotta vote for something.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Thank you.
Damn it. I wasted 8,000 daddies on the last vote to vote myself out of the cast, but that didn't work. And now I don't have enough daddies to vote for the... oh, okay, the thing I want to win's winning anyway. We're good. Thumbs up.
Come on, chat. You can make this happen. Listen, while this is going on and while they're having a moment to think, I'm going to say thank yous to chat real quick. Let's start with tonight's stream. Thank you, Rena, for the host with 1 viewer. Thank you, Tyler, for the raid with 4 viewers. Thank you, Oklo, for the 10 gift subs. For Nene 1990, Scarlet Ranger. Let me move this over here so I can read it easier. The Hive Guardian, Ginkster. 1410, Mad Bird Streams, Look at Rook, Becky 310, Jin's Introverted Demon, and Boom Maluf. Thank you, Oklo, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, Tanis, for the 35 months of subbing. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Prinny Dude, for the follow. Thank you, Van, for the 500 bits. Thank you, Oklo, for the gift sub to Kirkles, who, thank you, Kirkles, for joining us live. Because I am a garbage monster when it comes to everything pertaining to YouTube. I'm sorry for that, and I realize I stole Doxy's phrase. Whoops, let's move on. Thank you, Oklo, for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, Van Sexel, for the 1,000 bits. Van Sexel for the 5 subs. That's Mr. Shooter, Trapper 1992, Wintry, Bumblebee, Cerulicat, and Danny Marie 00. Oklo for the 5 gift subs. That's going to be Under the Bed Monster. Hello. Hey, okay. Eridan freaking Ampora, Pugmika, Pug like I feel like that's supposed to say something. I don't get it. Rob Lockster and Wolf Death Breath. Wolf Death Breath. Is that like when you kill a wolf and? No, should have brushed.
The dying breath of a wolf.
Right? Summon Snake for the 500 bits. Josh, Unfunny One for the 10 gift subs. That's at midnight 11:42. The Guardian 23. The poll's almost over. Everybody keep pouring in those votes. Your local brewery. Rockseer 26, Chase Them Down, Not Actually Solar, Quiet_Lion, Hatsuho, Amethyst _16, and Holographic Knight. Thank you, Steve, for the 300 Mr. Destructo bits. Thank you, Steve, for the 33 Mr. Destructo bits. Thank you, Steve, for the 7 Mr. Destructo bits. And I think you're doing that because you're trying to trigger me for my time over on Roll For It. But the vote is in, and Josh says that Rena is going to get the toughness feat. Wow, Josh, you donated a lot of votes to make that happen. So I'm really glad you guys care about Rena being successful and surviving combat and all the horrible things that I do to the poor young lass for the first ever campaign. I'm glad you guys want to give her an additional 14 health points right off the bat for the for doing that. That was very nice of you guys. So
That
Rena,
is not clearly what is
Wait,
said.
what?
wait, the toughness fee, is that what came in first
No.
place?
No.
Are you guys seeing
Yeah.
something different than me?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are
the axe won by a lot.
Yeah.
you? Wait, really?
You're memeing, Daelric? You're memeing, right?
The axe was 120. The hook messy up was 95.
95.
Longbow was 40 or 52. Toughness was only 13, and nothing got 2 votes.
To be fair, I was one of those 2 votes for nothing. To be fair. But no, wait, really? That was, let me view results over here. Wow, Messi, you almost won.
I didn't vote for myself. That's really what the deciding factor was.
Oh, that's good. Do you think Josh spent all those points specifically on you? I think that was
No,
what.
he voted for the axe. That's
No, you don't
I
know
think it
that
shows
because
the-
it shows the person that spent the most and it shows the thing that won, but it doesn't show what they spent it on. I know because I've seen somebody spend the most and lose before on Lost Initiative. But it's saying right here the toughness feat won. So,
no.
That's not what it says.
Chad, is it saying the toughness feat won?
You're looking at the
I
old
lost.
poll, Scott.
Let me see if I'm getting this right.
I mean, you're not, but we can wait.
One second. There we go. I'll put that a 1-minute poll just to make sure things are nice and quick and easy for you guys. All right. I just want to make sure I got this right, okay, before we go on. So, you know. Just checking this real quick.
Oh, he was memeing. Look at that. Or at least he's trying to play it off like he was, so he doesn't look so silly.
All
Thanks,
right.
Josh. I'm good, Josh. I'm sure I won't die. I'll make it.
Josh spent 33k points on Messi.
Allegedly. There's no proof.
Rena has enough health points. Why does she need the
I was gonna
toughness?
say, I
feat?
don't need that.
Oh, vote's about to end, and my vote didn't even get it in time. I didn't press it in time. Looks like it was definitely the axe that won there. So you know, thank you, Rosin, for the contribution to make sure we knew that the axe won. So I appreciate that. It makes sense that you spent 33k points on Messi. I actually appreciate that. It's very, very nice of you. Rena, I guess, you know.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
I guess.
I think you should give her back that Loper blood axe that we had created and never figured out. What
Yeah,
the
no,
hell it
no,
did.
you just failed. You just sucked at making it, so it was just not good. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
do
that
remember
bad?
that. We didn't know how bad it was.
We never got to try it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how Rena has gotten all of the Loper blood stuff. Like, This is Ophios's like.
Somehow she's like, you
super
know, I'm a
foe.
blacksmith, so it's only fair. And
I
and
get
you
the
guys
good
are like,
stuff.
whatever. Whatever, I guess.
It's really funny. I think it's great.
All right, so if Rena's going to get a badass axe, why don't we, once again, we're going to have a vote for what kind of axe it's going to be. So,
Great axe, duh.
well, no, not necessarily the type of axe. That's fine. It's definitely going to be a great axe. Otherwise, it's not really worth it for her, right? I want each of you cast members can come up with an idea that you like, except for Rena, because obviously everybody's just going to vote for what Rena says, because, you know. So you two can each come up with an idea of what kind of axe for her. Feel free to pass if you can't come up with something. And chat, you can also come up with some cool ideas, and I will make a poll, and we'll find out what kind of awesome axe she gets. Now, this awesome axe can be one that's found in the DMG or whatnot for people that aren't as creative like Messy, but probably have a book within arm's reach. Or it can be something that, not Vorpal, or it can be something that you found that you came up with on your own because you are a creative person, like Joey. In the meantime, while we're trying to wait for ideas to come in, unless one of you two already have ones.
Axe of Loper Bane.
It's funny, I thought about like a Dragon Slayer or like a Giant Slayer axe, but like for Loper specifically. However, again, if there was a Loper Bane weapon, don't you think it would go to Tyler's character? Like Tyler's character would take that and be like, hey, so much for my falchion. This is now my linked weapon to me, thanks. Because why wouldn't he do that? That makes more sense than giving it to Rena.
My thing is I can summon any weapon I want. It's got a +1 to it, so. I like an axe of
Axe of haste.
no.
Well, the Scimitar of Speed, I think, is something at 5e, isn't it? It is. Yep. You can make one. You can make one attack with it as a bonus action in each of your turns. The only problem with that is Rena has a feat that already allows her to make a bonus attack as a bonus action. With the feat, if she drops somebody or does a critical hit, and she just grabbed the ability to make a bonus action attack with a ranged weapon, whether it be thrown or shot with a bow. So it kind of becomes redundant and makes other abilities she has less valuable. What were you saying, Tyler?
An axe of unlosing. You can never lose it.
Honestly, Axe of Returning, but not the Thor or what's that character's name from the Drizzt series? I can't remember his name, but the big blonde, barrel-chested guy that eventually marries the red-headed girl. And then they have marital problems when he comes back from hell, and even before that, he's kind of a misogynistic douche.
Aquaman.
Yeah. Anyways, he has one of those kind of things. So there are axes that can do things like that.
What about an axe with one guaranteed crit every 24 hours?
OP.
An axe of Keen? That could be cool. An axe actually crits on 19, 20 instead of just 20? That actually would be a fucking OP weapon. That actually would be, you know what? That's an option. A Keen axe. I'm legit going to make that an option. Manage poll. New poll.
Yeah, I'll pretend like that was my idea.
What kind of axe?
I want an axe made out of the liquid of the pool that gives her heightened awareness.
So what does that do? Make her super aware of exactly what horrors the person experiences while they die? Because that'd be interesting.
Gets her addicted to it.
Or it actually injects like less than a drop into that person so they become super aware of exactly what they're experiencing as they die.
Man, damn, I'm just getting brutal here.
Right? Like talk about your life flashing before your eyes. I have perfect recollection of everything in my life as I go.
I vow to, I vow to strike down every Paradel commander.
Ooh, with an anti-magic edge? I like the idea of something like that. So it's almost like the Master Sword style. Master Sword style.
Anti-magic edge.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Master Sword style, which is almost like batter up and like, you know what I mean? But we could go on different versions of that. A vampiric, go ahead.
Axe of warding.
Of warding? What does it do?
It just wards off stuff. I don't know. My brain is dead.
He's also saying like an axe of dispel magic. That could be an interesting option as well. By the way, Rosin, thank you for the resub, and thank you, Jellybean, for the follow. Axe of warding. Do you have any idea of the warding idea there? Ty, any thoughts?
No, it was just
Maybe
a cool
like
name.
maybe like it gives fear to things that makes them run away if they get hit. I'm just trying to think of warding, what that would be like, making things go away from it. So.
Warding helps protect you, so the way I was thinking is it gave her an increase to her AC.
+1 AC or something. She already has enough AC, bro.
No, she doesn't. That's actually him. He has the crazy AC. Rena, what's your AC,
you're
please?
right.
17, I think?
17, yeah, so it's actually not that high.
Mine's like 14, so
Yeah, but you're
You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, ward means
Yeah.
to guard or protect, so I could see it being AC.
I'll make you some armor. Is that what you want?
Maybe
Axe
it's
of cocaine.
maybe it's something that like
What's with you guys and drugs?
advantage on saving throws will equip.
Rena, somebody's suggesting Axe of Battle Cries because your allies bonuses, but the problem with Axe of Battle Cries, two things. One, it stacks too much with other things that viewers are able to give to the party. And two, that sounds more like a Vroga weapon than it does somebody like you that leans more towards Lady Aravel. So
I honestly was gonna say acts of warding with regard to like ranged magic or attacks. Bonus AC to ranged.
I don't know. I don't think I like that one. Ty, sorry. The vampiric one, every time you kill an enemy, you gain some amount of their strength. I mean, there already is a like a vampiric weapons that do that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that exists inside the game. It's live stealing or something like that. Fire axe. So that's just a little bit of an ostentatious kind of magic that does a little bit of fire damage with an attack. Fire doesn't really feel like Rena though. I mean, just doing like force damage or something like that added on, sure, but fire doesn't really feel like Rena. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel like fire's more Ophios' thing.
Somebody's saying acts of destruction, so it more or less double damage against objects. That's a nifty idea if you were more about breaking stuff, but you're just not. So again, I don't know, Rena, your opinion, because again, if you imagine once again a Vroga person, that's great for breaking chains and bars and cells, but she's not really Vroga.
Like she's like a tank, but she's more subdued, I guess is the right word.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if the axe comboed into a crossbow?
A gun, just a big gun with a
It's a
blade
gun.
attached to it.
The axe is a gun.
Scott,
It's
you're
just a
getting me
sniper
after
rifle.
2 of the most stressful weeks I've had in a while.
Tyler, if you want, I can just send you pictures of me in inappropriate poses with an inappropriate amount of clothing on.
That doesn't help me.
Are you sure? It might help to relieve you.
No.
Okay.
A paid for vacation to somewhere where COVID doesn't exist is the only thing that would
Oh,
fix
New
it.
Zealand. Who wants to fly Tyler to New Zealand? All right. Acts of warding, giving you shield once per day. Acts of intimidation, so people are effing terrified of you. Allows you to smite your foes like a paladin. Acts of smiting, so it allows you to smite like a paladin. That's kind of nifty. I'm gonna put smiting for now. I mean, I might overwrite that one. Lightning maybe for an elemental type. Man, acts of smashing on hit can activate force. So acts of smashing more or less would be a exaggerated version of what pushing already does, more or less allowing you to have that additional maneuver. Shield spell, great axe combined with crossbow that fires hand axes. That is. I almost imagine you like swing the axe and like axes fall out like you're playing. What was that game back in the day? What was that game where like 4 people? It was like Xbox, and you would just like. It was just like survive waves upon waves upon waves. It was like Might and Magic or Magical something. Gauntlet Legends. Gauntlet Legends! And the dwarf would just like throw infinite axes.
Oh, here's the question. How many
You're old,
slots
dude.
for attunement does Rena
You're
have?
old.
And that might change how good you want to make the axe.
Rena, do you have what do you have that's attuned to you currently? And I really hope you guys write that stuff down on one of your pages.
I do. I put stars next to them.
I have it in my note. Here, hang on.
That's
I
one
have
thing
the
think.
headband of wisdom, the amulet of protection, and my armor.
Oh yeah,
3.
all 3. So that's a
Mhm.
max.
What does the amulet of protection do?
Ophios gave that to me. I think that increased
That's
my
AC and saving
AC.
throws.
By one,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's kind of shit.
I mean, there's the acts
It
of
really
intimidation
isn't, though.
is the giving you expertise or advantage on intimidation checks, which is kind of nice. But
what about a lucky axe that lets you reroll a
berserker
one?
axe? That's funny. What's up, sir?
What is? Isn't there a lucky feat that lets you reroll ones?
Lucky feat actually allows you to roll a d20, more or less at any point in time, and take the better of the two results. It's three times a session, I think it is.
Could you make like a lucky axe then?
You could actually have something like isn't there a luck sword? Google that real quick. 5e luck sword. I'm pretty sure there is a luck sword that exists.
These are all the best
Luck
ideas.
blade. It
Yeah,
has
luck
1d4
blade.
Oh my
minus
God.
1 charges.
I like anti-magic edge. I really do.
Yeah, I like that one as one of the ones as well. Sir, what does the luck blade do?
You get 1d4 minus 1 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge and cast the wish spell from it.
Oh no, absolutely not. No. That's the broken one. The axe of folding doesn't work because that's a Loper thing right there. Grievous
here we
axe,
go.
3 times for long rest, reroll 1 on damage. You can already do that.
You can call on its luck, no action required, to reroll 1 attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you dislike. You must use the second roll. This property can't be used again until the next dawn.
That's referring to the other part, right? Yeah, but she already has reroll 1s on her damage dice, granted not attack roll, saving throws, but yeah. Don't forget your sword and not Curse Fall. It's in Curse Vault is where he has his sword. I wonder if time fuckery makes it so Ophios can get a special steel sword. That's a really good question, Rosin. Stream froze, but audio good, I hope. Stream looks good to me, so.
Looks good to me.
Axe and maneuvers add superiority die, but that definitely would require attunement.
Oh, that would definitely require attunement. You are correct. That would have to require attunement. That's a really cool one. I'm looking at whatever we end up coming out with, it has to be something that doesn't require attunement, I suppose. Unless Rena's willing to sacrifice an item.
Attunement. She could
What
get
about
rid
a-
of her wisdom band or something like that.
What about a plus
the
2
wisdom
just
band is nice.
axe?
It's kind of branded to you too.
Yeah. If I took one of my items off, it would be the amulet of protection. But I don't want to
Yeah.
take any of my items off.
What about just a flat?
Rena,
plus
don't
2
take your
magic axe?
don't disrobe because they're asking you to, okay?
I was not asking for anything. Thank
We're
you.
not talking about that.
I'm not asking. I'm demanding.
No.
Axe of Yondas, backstabber. Huh.
I read that one. I like all these ideas, but I am biased.
Yeah, let's just put them all into one axe and let her have that for free.
Yeah, why don't we just turn that into an armor? Oh wait, she already has.
Dude, the axe of grinding, that's the biting arrows from 2nd edition. If none of you guys ever played 2nd edition AD&D, biting arrows or arrows of biting are literally how you would kill dragons. You just pump them full of biting arrows and just let them keep making save versus death over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're like, I get 3 attacks a round? Cool, because rounds were like a minute long. Get 3 attacks a round? Cool. Just keep pumping them full of arrows of biting and they just be like, eventually they'll fail a save. Eventually they'll roll and die. Yeah.
What about just the fire axes, like literally just the fire trait?
Did you ever see
Yeah,
did you ever see
flaming axe?
that show with the guy that worships the god and makes the flaming sword and keeps coming back from the dead
Talking about
with lots of like porn?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that one.
Game of Thrones? No. Well, yes, I've seen it. I don't. I'm not
You
thinking.
don't remember
that.
the fire sword, dude? Man, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah. So a flaming axe would not require attunement, right? Just a magic flaming axe.
Ooh, Die Be Hussy? If that's how you pronounce it, Die Be Hussy. You played 2nd edition? You play are you a boomer? Are you old like myself? I'm not actually a boomer, disclaimer.
Might as well be.
The Sunblade axe. I mean, I do like the Sunblade. That's a really cool weapon because it's like a
Flintstone
lightsaber.
does? Okay, never mind.
So, all right, Rena, we've allowed them to toss a bunch of ideas. I actually have all 5 slots filled, and one of them might erase. What did you come up with for an idea while we were doing all this?
Me?
Yeah, you're
Oh.
Rena.
Actually, I was just gonna say, oh, I have an idea, but I can't say it because I'm not allowed.
There's an
Once more with
artifice
feeling.
sword that gives +2 to AC.
You were talking about like magic, because then you brought up the fire, the flame, or whatever. Anyway, and then I started thinking about what what if it was like an axe of like necromancy, where whatever enemy I take down like comes back
back
from the
as a
dead and
skeleton.
fights with me.
So you take them down with you? What do you mean?
No, like
bro,
whatever
He
enemy I
kills
take
it, and
out.
then it would essentially become a specter, which is what my hexblade ability is.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't want ghosts following you around.
No, because then you got to order them, and then it
Yeah.
also freaks people out.
Ooh,
Not like
Axe
a
of
ghost,
Boomer.
but a
On a hit,
zombie.
the enemy complains about how things have changed.
On a miss, just all the time.
Yeah.
On a miss. I used to be better at this. Stop. Go away. Go away.
Every kill I get healed.
Yeah, but you're already so tanky. Like you gotta have some kind of urgency.
Ooh, how about an axe that allows you to, on a kill, you don't just heal. It's like, what's that dwarven feat ability that allows you to, like, if you drop an enemy, you can actually expend a hit die to heal. It's almost like revitalized by like battle, like it's almost like axe of the battle momentum. Like as you like drop your enemies, it almost like gives you your momentum, like allowing you to expend a hit die instead of as a short rest, like right there in the moment to heal. That would actually be kind of cool because it would allow you to heal yourself as you drop enemies. Do people like that one? Or did Josh was saying the other way around, more or less expend HP to increase damage, but on that one. Acts of edibles? Oh, geez, Bolita. Every time you drop an enemy, things just get a little bit more weird. By the way, you know what I found out today? Technically yesterday, but mostly today because today's where it really affected me. Did you guys know that cucumbers are actually a misnamed vegetable? They should be called fucking cactuses. Because I have my first garden ever going on right now, because, you know, COVID, right? So my first garden ever, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go and get a cucumber that looks great from the garden for the first time. Ah! If you've never taken a cucumber off of its vine, they are literally cactuses. They like have all these needles that stab you and want you to die. And you have to like scrub away all the needles because you don't want to eat that. That would not be good. I never experienced that. Have you guys ever plucked a cucumber out of a garden before? No? Well,
I think once,
let it be known.
yes.
They're cactuses, okay?
Yeah, they're like spiky.
Yeah,
They're-
they have spines.
Yeah. God, it hurt. Won't lie. Axe of fireballs. Jesus. Or have evasion, which she does not. She's just a street fighter. She's super tanky with great HP. The DPS is what's lacking, not HP. It's a really good counter argument, Josh. You could do the exact opposite of what I was suggest. Sorry. Oh, my apologies, Bessie. I didn't hear you because I was in my own brain.
Shake my head.
Axe of time.
You could do the exact opposite of what I was saying, where she could expend HD to increase damage, because that's totally not something we've ever seen before, is it? By anybody before, is it? Cough, cough. No? Acts of time. Acts of hallucinations. And for those of you that are kind of just joining us or don't know what's kind of going on here, the character's leveled up, whatever, as we're between our seasons right now. And Rena's birthday was recently, and Hype Train asked for an upgrade. So we're trying to decide what kind of cool magic item she gets for her birthday. Acts of Legends, whenever you brandish the... Oh, jeez. It stings the tail. We don't want... we are going to ban that person because that's just really dumb. Bye. So...
Today, all the people coming out today.
Whatever happens. It's funny too, because the reason why I don't have banned words is because unfortunately sometimes if you say like word that's too similar to that word, like you get timed out and stuff like that for no reason. But yeah. Anyways. Any other ideas for more damage? Ooh, This isn't technically a 5e mechanic, unfortunately, because 5e is the garbage system. Well, 4e is really. In other editions, Rena, when weapons are larger or smaller than medium size, the damage changes. So, for instance, a great axe, it does a d12 damage for a medium person like yourself, but for like a small person, it's d10, and for a large person, I want to say it's 2d8, which is pretty cool. What if you had a great axe that was actually like kind of top heavy? Not, I don't mean anime style necessarily, but if you think about the image that you actually originally drew for your character,
Yeah.
ages upon ages ago. Let's see if I can actually find that image over here. You can imagine almost like a top heavy kind of axe for the character, because again, this is your artwork. You drew that.
Mm-hmm.
You can almost imagine maybe a weapon that does more damage than a typical axe. It actually does 2d8 instead of 1d12. So it's actually just like a top heavy axe.
Executioner's axe.
You say executioner's axe?
That's what executioner. Because that's what that blade that on that drawing looks like to me, an executioner's axe.
It kind of does,
beheading
yeah.
people.
I just thought it was kind of cool.
It's fine. I think it's cool too. The executioner's axe is pretty cool. Those types of axes would do more damage because they're literally designed just to behead people.
I just realized that was old artwork. That was the unfinished piece. Sorry, random.
Sorry, there's actually a really good YouTube video on why banning words and phrases, as of now at least, is really dumb. I wonder what the reasoning behind that is. If you actually could do me a favor, Ash, and take that video and send me the link in Discord, I'd appreciate that. I'd like to see what this person's argument is. Because, I mean, I have no problem with banning words that are just designed to make people angry for no reason. Or racism, really. So we don't have racism here. We don't welcome that here, in-game or out of game. With the exception of Josh. Josh is a terrible person. Not Josh's character. Josh is actually a really good person.
Of anime? That's great.
As an algorithm, not in person. Okay, that makes sense. But I'd still want to see that video there, sir. So will that have one blade or two? Aklo, it'll definitely have. I mean, it's up to Rena for what the design will look like. I'll give her design choice on this. Maybe she'll sketch it. Maybe she'll just use it, describe by word. That's up to her. But,
Like two blades, as in like on one, like on both sides. Is that what you're imagining? Because that's kind of what I'm picturing.
You mean like a double axe?
Not like on both ends, but like on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, that's always, whenever I think great axe, that's usually what I think. It's like a double at the end of a pole.
Yeah. This was my initial drawing with the one side, but yes, Aklo. That's
her martial archetype, is Battlemaster, Darth Maul axe. So yeah, do we like the idea of either A, sacrificing hit die to increase damage, or B, no, just give it better base damage, dude? Like, why are you making this complicated?
I like better base damage. Just
cool.
having better base damage.
So let's just call it like heavy axe for now, and we can actually go over like the in-game explanation as to why in a minute. Okay, so I have some cool options here. Before I start the voting, which we'll do a 2-minute vote for this one, I'm going to give Rena, you have a choice to veto one of these axes. So we don't have 5, so we have 4. We have keen axe. You crit a 19 and 20 instead of just 20. You have the master sword axe, something that more or less has the ability to counter spells that are being thrown at you. There'd be other things that go into it as well, right? But you'd have the ability to counter some sort of spell being thrown at you. You have the heavy axe, the one that just does 2d8 as base damage, and everything else will kind of more or less work normally, right? You have the axe of maneuvers. So something that many of these you might have to attune to, and that's fine. Axe of maneuvers would give you additional maneuver or two that's actually kind of built into the axe. And as long as you're using this axe, you'd actually be able to use these maneuvers through it, which can be cool, or maybe even superiority die, blah, blah, blah. And the axe of dark eyes. So more or less something kind of like has something representative of Lady Aravel herself. Josh was suggesting maybe something that actually blinds people. So when you hit them, or critical hit them or something like that, you can actually like trigger for them to have a saving throw be blinded.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I have as a trigger yet. I decide afterwards. You can veto one of those 5. Feel free to confer with your 2 PCs.
I will say my shield can already blind people. It's a charge per day, but that's all I will say.
Okay. Messy, what do you think?
They all sound pretty dope.
Which sounded the least dope.
See, I don't want to. I don't like throwing away any options right now.
And this is why Florida's a purple state. They can't make up their mind.
Yeah, it's because we're all Twitch subs.
I personally think the action maneuvers.
That's what I was gonna say. That or
because
the
attunement. That would definitely require attunement. The question is that worth it to you compared to your amulet of protection that helps you with saving throws and AC?
well, just compared to the other options too, I just think I like the other options better.
Thematically
What
more.
was the second option?
I'll,
That's heavy axe.
I'll repeat them. Keen.
Okay, yeah, keen.
Keen, which is the crits.
Crit?
The one that counters magic. The heavy axe, which is better base damage. Axe of maneuvers, and the dark eyes one.
Come
I
on,
thought
get
there were
counter
5.
spells. I just leveled.
You wanna
I
what,
thought
Rita?
that was-
That was 4. I thought there were 5.
That was 5. Keen.
Really?
Master sword style. Heavy.
The
Maneuvers
master
and dark eyes.
Yeah, I'd drop the maneuvers one, I think.
Okay, axe of maneuvers is gone. All right, we have 4 options here. I'm just going to rename these really quickly. One says Master Sword, Axe, and says Counter, just to give people an idea of what we're going with. And then Keen is for crits. I'll even write that in there. All right, cool.
Would the Master Sword be about reflecting spells, or would it be more about, because that's what it is in Zelda, or would it be about like piercing through defensive spells? Like
I
heal?
haven't decided yet. That might be another vote, or we can have a conversation or whatever about it. But it'd be about magical, like countering magic in some way. Okay. Cool. Awesome. We're gonna start that vote. It's a 2-minute vote, and we're gonna start that right about now.
Would the keen axe require attunement?
I'm not sure which of them require attunement. We'll make decisions about that and about Joey's question in a minute.
Well, that changes which one I'd vote for.
Well, I mean, most of those seem like weapons that could or couldn't require attunement. Anything that requires attunement makes it more powerful. If it doesn't require attunement, it makes it less powerful. That's just how the 5e works. If it requires attunement, you have to invest into it for it to invest back into you. It's, again, just kind of how 5e works. Let's let chat vote on what they like the most.
Yeah, I'm staying out of this one for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to vote on this one either.
Rena, you can definitely vote on it.
Okay.
You should.
I was
If
like,
there's
well,
one
it's
you
for
wanna
me.
vote for, though, you should probably just pick that one.
I won't lie. I specifically named one Gravity Axe because I thought the idea of the increased base damage was pretty badass. I mean, that would make you... I mean, if you had the ability to, on average, roll... What's your strength? Like +3?
More than
It's
that.
+3, 16.
So if you're rolling 2d8s and you have the ability to re-roll 1s and 2s, like that's pretty...
Especially when you're rolling 2 d8s, because that
Yeah.
means you gotta get that makes that thing really freaking scary.
It does. It genuinely makes it like really powerful, because you're like, I mean, your average damage for on a d8 is what it's supposed to be 5.5, so 11 plus 3, so in theory 14 is your average damage, but that average actually goes up because you're rerolling 1s and 2s. Like that's pretty balla.
Probably goes up to like 16.
Yeah, something like that.
17
16 or
damage,
17 for base damage instead of for average damage instead of 14. Again, that's really good for somebody like you, and because you do 2 to 3 attacks a round. Again, that's pretty amazing. So,
Yeah.
by the way, and keen, I like the idea of, because obviously critical hits are balla for somebody that has the ability to just automatically get an additional attack as a bonus action. If you score a critical hit, there's a 5% greater chance of just getting a second. Get an additional attack as a bonus action. So cool.
Master Sword Axe.
Wow,
is the winner.
1 by 1, and it's Vince Exel's fault.
Yeah,
It may not have been, but we can blame him.
it could have been.
Yeah, Vince Exel, what did you vote for? Let us know.
I will say I would have voted for gravity. So there, you can act like they're even.
Well, you could have voted, but you didn't vote. So
I
therefore.
abstained. I kept my arms up.
All right. So, Rena, you get the Master Sword style. So, in that, we have a kind of a choice here. Rena, would you like something that kind of like cuts through magical defenses? Kind of like how you saw.
Flint.
Thank you. You knew exactly where I was. Kind of like how you saw Flint cut through the magical defenses or the kinetic defenses.
I mean, that was useful. I won't lie. That was a
That's what I
huge
was
part.
saying. That's the
That was a
only
huge
reason
part
we're
why
still in
we
this
defeated
campaign.
that. Yeah, honestly.
We'll
I
get
like
back
that
That makes
idea.
you
20.
scary to Ophios.
I think
That
cutting
makes
through
you very scary to Ophios.
is better than just deflecting, because then we can actually, I feel like I'm making progress that way.
Okay. So as opposed to like deflecting, like the idea of kind of cutting through defenses, almost like something that's anti-abjuration.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think
All right.
so.
So ideas from you guys and from chat. If you're talking about something that allows you to kind of cut through, are we saying maybe if somebody has an abjuration spell defending them, you get to bonus action, give yourself advantage on an attack roll against it? Maybe you can use an action to attempt to dispel it as per the spell Dispel Magic. Do you think maybe you just have an ability to ignore certain abjuration abilities, like the spells, things like Mage Armor and Shield and stuff like that? You can just straight up ignore them. So I'm talking about bonuses against it, cut through it, meaning it's destroyed, or just straight up ignore it. What kind of option do you like out of those three?
So ignore, I would say, would require attunement. I think there could be a way where you
Ignore
put it in
the
there.
attunement aspect as of right now, but please continue what you're saying.
Well, I was gonna say I could say there's an option to where you are able to make a check to see if you pierce it. Like there's a roll there. It adds the ability to have that roll to pierce through that defense.
By pierce through, you mean to like dispel it, or use a chance
Ignore.
to ignore? Gotcha. I don't know if I'd want to have something that have to be an additional roll every time you attacked, because it's almost like too complex a mechanic.
Yeah.
Because that's a very Pathfinder approach, which I can appreciate that, but where 5e is supposed to be
I wouldn't
kiss
even
it.
have known that.
Yeah. Pathfinder's things like mischances and whatnot. It has both AC and mischances. So.
Why would ignore be better than like the cutthroat option?
Oh, why would ignore be better?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just don't have to deal with it. You just straight
No,
up like.
just literally
I
hit-
just I'm like, oh nope, that doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah, the other one it'd be like you make it disappear. But you don't necessarily hit them. Is that what you're getting at, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of ignore, but it does less damage to non-magic armors. I mean, ignore, but does less damage to non-magic armors sounds like, oh, way too much again, too much work to, well, it does this much over here, but this much over here. Like, I'd rather something where it's just like, you have like advantage or you just ignore the effect rather than, oh, but it less here, but more here, but you can, you know.
yeah, I understand.
So I like the idea of maybe the ignore. And then there's also, or the advantage, one of the, you know, that kind of thing. But then somebody's also suggesting, but if you critical hit, you can dispel. On a critical hit, you might be able to dispel it, which is kind of like a cool little addition. All
I
right,
mean, I like that.
chat. This is a very big ask because we're talking about making a permanent magic item that is going to be a defining characteristic of Rena's character. Do you think it's too much to ask? This thing clearly requires attunement. Clearly does. It's too powerful to not require attunement. To answer Joey's question from earlier, could we have 3 Fortune's Favors to remove the attunement feature? Are there enough daddies out there for 3 Fortune's
won't do
Favors?
They won't do it.
I don't know.
They're cowards.
Until she loses it. Oh.
Oh, it was one time.
Oh.
That was more than one time because you lost a lot of stuff in that one
No,
time.
but that was in one instance. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one from Aklo.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Aklo, never mind. I guess you're not a coward, Aklo, but everyone else is a coward. Everyone but Aklo is a coward. Think it's working?
I think it might be triggering them to they're gonna drop
Somebody's
trump
gonna,
cards
yeah,
instead.
trump card to curse it or something.
We already have 2 out of the 3 fortune's favors.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So far, I've been proved wrong.
Rena's already
To
the
a
most
fraction of
powerful
2/3.
character in our campaign.
But she's
by a
always one that
long
gets
fucking
dropped.
Powerful.
Yeah,
That's
I
because
always
she
get
just gets put in
crapped
those
on.
situations.
Oh,
I guess
Giannis
that's
is
the
gone.
balance, right? Yeah. Someone's got to take the
Giannis is
brunt
here.
of it. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So let's what's what I'm looking for? So for the actual abilities of this axe, since it looks like we're most likely going to be hitting that tier, if we're taking away the if we're doing this for 3 fortunes favors, we should make it a pretty badass weapon too. So let's actually flesh out the mechanics of this, since we need to make it work. 1, it's not going to require attunement, meaning you get to keep all of your other magic items, which is cool because Tyler recently got a weapon that or an item that doesn't require attunement anymore. So that was cool for an upgrade for him.
That let me get closer to Rena's capability. Tyler gets here and Rena goes back up here.
That's all right. Messy's always, you can't even see him on camera.
That's because Messi just can't roll.
He can't. He can't at all. Poor kid can't roll.
I feel bad for him on that front.
It's like he's like,
Do it right
guys,
now.
I made a broken character. Like Scott gave me the powers to just like kill the world. All I have to do is roll a 2 or higher. 1. Well, I have advantage of the roll. Thanks, Oklo. Double 1.
Get wrecked.
Wow.
You had to type it in. That wasn't even an ability check. If you click on your sheet, you know it's going to be bad.
Hold on, Messy. You have a DC 15 intelligence check to you have a DC 15 intelligence check for you to I don't know, give Tyler advantage on his next check.
That's too high.
Yeah, give it a
Roll it.
try.
Once more.
Hey!
Hold on, let me see if I would get it too. Now I'm rolling bad because I called him out.
Poor Messy, Tesh, Josh, Arvine. That's legit. Yeah, that's legit. All right. So, anyways, there's a race to get that last fortune's favor, so we have to make this super badass for Arena then. Okay. First and foremost, whoever said in chat earlier, you totally give yourself a pat on the back. The idea of critical hits, dispel, abjuration abilities. I like the idea of that one. So we're going to keep that as an ability. So write that down somewhere, Rena. Crits, dispel abjuration. Now, dispelling in this version of the game, it automatically dispels if it's of a certain level or lower. Anything above that level has to make a check. So just so you understand how that spell works. So we'll worry about that later on. But if she doesn't critical hit, are we doing bonus action for advantage or ignore its effect? Let's talk about some iconic abjuration spells. Chat, if you can throw some important or iconic abjuration spells at us.
Armor of Agathis.
Armor of Agathis gives you what? Temporary HP, so you get to ignore temporary HP.
Plus counter damage.
What do you, oh. Yeah, in theory. Well, I would say, does it counter the damage though, or does it just ignore the temporary HP and just hurts the person?
I think it should ignore the temporary HP, but she would still have to take the brunt of the damage.
Unless she had the critical hit dispel effect, right?
Correct.
That almost sounds bad, actually. That almost sounds worse because it's like, yeah, you hurt the real person, but their temporary HP is not going down, so they take more damage longer. Ugh.
Yeah, that's the balance of it.
I would say just straight up ignores the effect. And if that's the case, because that's like,
then Rena could just kill Ophios in like 2 hits.
well, she's not killing Ophios, so it's not a concern about Rena versus Ophios, right? Because they're not against each other.
It is in Ophios's
I
mind.
was gonna say, don't piss me off. We get
So,
into
yeah.
an argument. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Tyler,
gonna
your
go-
master plan of trading the parties.
If you go to
Sorry.
donjon.bin.sh/5e/spells, that's actually a great way of just looking at all abjuration spells, right? So things like Blade Ward would be like ignore the disadvantage.
Steve said, does the Loper shield count as an abjuration though?
That's a really good question, Steve. It's a
We'll
really
never
good
know.
question, Steve. Mage
Not
armor
a
is just
warlock
plus AC.
combined with a fighter, Josh. Shut up.
Um,
Listen, if Ophios runs into Yondis again, he'll kill him.
but the Oklo gave you 2 of those fortune's
damn.
favors.
He can try.
Old.
Oklo gave you 2 of those fortune's favors. One came from Van, but Van obviously did a huge donation there as well,
Thank you, man.
with the intention of dropping one as well. So maybe we could find an opportunity for him to set things up next time too. So we're gonna get back to talking about ways that they're something important in game in a second after we're done having fun with this one item. So we have things like Lobe of Invulnerability. We encountered that in Patreon recently. What are other things? So it's the shield, Sanctuary. So Sanctuary, you don't have to make a saving throw. Shield, ignore the bonus to AC. Shield of Faith, ignore the bonus to AC. Blade Word, ignore the disadvantaged attack rolls. Mage Armor, ignore the bonus to AC. I would say in situations like Armor of Agathis, it'd be the other way around. You don't ignore the temper HP, just ignore the damage that comes from hitting somebody with a temper HP. So they still have the temp HP, just ignore the damage backlash from it. That would make more sense to me. Warding Bond. Yeah, so more or less you're just ignoring, but I like the idea of that. All that stuff right here, all the spells I'm looking at. Yeah, this is cool. This is not like, oh no, anything crazy. Stone Skin, does that give you a DR? Resistance, you ignore the resistance to damage that you get from that. Like, I really like the idea of the ignore abjuration effects. Oh, hey, you know what I just noticed? On Donjon at the top right underneath it says hashtag Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Donjon. Cool. I appreciate that. So you don't have to add that to your website, but they chose to. Just like a simple little, like, it's cool. It's nice of them.
I don't even know what website that is.
Donjon it's really cool because it has like a list of everything inside like different systems, but it can't give you all the information for all the things because if it's not open source, they'll just tell you the reference page to where you can find it. But at least you have the list of it in front of you. You could also do it on that other website we always use, whose name I won't say because I don't want it to get shut down. But you know the one we use.
Yeah,
when we level up. So I mean, I own all the books. It's just easier this way.
It's all in one place. That way you don't have to dig through books.
Yeah, exactly. So I like the idea of you just straight up being able to ignore it. We can all agree on that. I like the fact that critical hits have the ability to dispel it.
Right.
It. And I like the fact that it's not a attunement for your character to have, but it is attunement for other people. It's just not an attunement for Rena. Just like Tyler, when he got his awesome item, was not an attunement for Tyler, but it would be for anybody else who used that item, right? Lastly, this is the last question, chat. What is the plus to this weapon? A +1? A +2? Or a +3 weapon? You want it to be special? On attack, spend a charge to spell magic. The target must roll a spellcasting roll with DC being your attack roll. On a fail, the magic is dispelled. The DC being your attack roll, DC should be kind of standard. So the DC should be something like maybe her attack, maybe 8 plus her attack modifier. So it'd be 8 plus her proficiency bonus plus her strength would be a better DC, I think, than having it be your attack roll. Because then her attack roll could be like a 32 or something. You know what I mean?
Remember, she has the fell-handed feat as well, Scott.
That's true. And I still think it would apply there as well, which is cool. Rena, can you do me a favor and bloop fell-handed into chat so people can read that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think +2 is a really good option, honestly. And people can read that in chat if they want to. But I think +2 is a really cool option. So, Wall of Force. Is Wall of Force a 5e abjuration spell? It is not. That should probably be evocation, right? To me, it makes sense that that's evocation. Let me just double check. Wall of Stone, Wall of Force, all those are evocation. Yep, making something out of nothing. Yep, cool. So I think a +2 weapon that ignores abjuration spells and on crit has a chance to dispel their things. How the dispel works, we can bicker about that afterwards. We'll get back to that afterwards. Guys, let's go back to chat. Go back to something that pertains to your campaign, to all three of you. I was saying before that patrons have to make or are owed, and so therefore owe you NPCs that guide you. I mean, we've already looked under the hood and know this. Vance was made for you at one point in time. Nightingale was made for you at one point in time. And Laszlo was made for you at one point in time. Don't think we met anybody else as guides. So there are a bunch of others that can come your way. But now that we know your direction, Tyler, I think I'm going to throw this question to you, because I think you had a different idea than what I was originally saying. I was saying, it sounds like season 4 for you guys sounds like you're trying to build a movement, to build like a momentum by getting support from all these other people. But I think you rephrased my explanation of this season, upcoming season. What do you think the purpose of this next season is?
Knowledge.
So gaining more knowledge about the Lopers themselves.
Yep, in order to be able to better face off against them, both strategically and straight on. So
we can say the point of this season is foundation, right? It's knowledge and support. You're building the foundation of your movement working for. It's almost like you tried and you failed, and then you tried and you failed, and then you tried something different and it hurt. And then you went somewhere else and it sucked the life out of you. But then you walked out of it understanding that you didn't understand that much and that you needed to have a different approach because of what you're going against is more monumentous or mountainous than you think. I mean, Thronekeeper likes to complain all the time that they have this huge task. We have to save a nation against one little war. This is hard. But you guys are like, yeah, the biggest and most powerful nation in the entire continent. We're going to bring them down and make them suffer along the way. Who is the real hard job here? Don't ask Kingmaker. They will totally say it's them, even though they have literal angels and demons assisting them and holding their hands, and gods that come to their beck and call and give them assistance and to hold them by their...
They're probably going to use against us, but anyway.
Yeah. Kingmaker is just the rich kid that whines that he, can't have a Mercedes. He only has a Jaguar. Like okay, shut up, Kingmaker. Anyways.
They're the firstborn. We're the middle child.
Oh, you are the middle child.
Thronekeeper gets all the attention.
Yep, Thronekeeper's the baby. We're the middle child.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh. Okay, so I either way, I'm of course just messing with all the campaigns, anyways. So it's a foundation. So this is to chat to you guys. The idea of this upcoming season is to build the foundation of what is actually going to be their true movement against, not specifically Paradel, though Rena obviously has that very much in mind for the reason why she's going along with this, and she intends to take the movement and push it that way. But against the Kringals. Let's see how Messy fits into this, because Messy is kind of like a interesting focus. So I like the direction that we're going. I like how things are going. I think it's wicked cool. I like the weapon that we just made Rena. A +2 axe that ignores abjuration effects and has the ability to critical hit and take down the spells. I think that the way that the takedown should work should be something like the spell Dispel Magic, which I can't find. There it is. Rena's to read it to you. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability modifier. The target must make an ability check using... No. You make the check against DC 10 plus spell level. Instead, I think they should make a check against the DC as set by kind of what was inspired by Josh's statement. So you have a set DC, 8 plus your modifiers, and they have to make a spellcasting ability check to overcome that and not have their ability dispelled. I like that, and I think I should have to open roll it because I can use Daddy's dice then.
That's fair.
That is fair.
I'm still scared that you'll somehow come up with a creature that has mind control and make Rena kill Ophius. Anyway.
He's like,
You
or
think
I'm just gonna turn on him and be like, oh.
You think I need to make up a
remember when
creature?
you left Giannis behind?
I just need Dominate Person. Like, that's a 4th level spell.
I know.
What level are you
God.
now?
7.
Oh, what do 7th level casters get, Messy?
4th level spell.
Well,
Thanks for putting that in his head. Appreciate it.
Oh, that was totally not already there. Nope. All right, cool.
And thanks for letting him know it was a thing that could happen.
There was a reason
everything
why
else.
I kind of didn't want this weapon to be in existence.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't have nominate mine. Or do I? Well, no,
Oh, I'm actually gonna put this one to a poll, because Rena, Josh made another point, or you make the check, you make the roll as opposed to me, and it's like another attack roll, like you're cutting through the spell. I kind of like that. So it's either they're resisting the might of your attack or you're cutting through it. I'm gonna make that, I think, our last poll for the evening because I think we're pretty much done at this point. Let me just do how does the dispel work? Let's see.
Why?
Rena has DC a roll. Okay. There we go. A 2-minute poll. Get ready to vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. All right. So is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about, or are we pretty good with how we leveled up? Pretty good with our direction for the next session, next
You were
season?
just about to talk about Messy's character, and
What-
how you like
Oh.
started bringing it up and then you stopped.
I was more or less alluding to the fact that we don't know what Messi is doing next season, because obviously it's very important to have Elijah there at the beginning of the season, because obviously Elijah is who has the relationship with that commander that you guys are going to be talking to, and you guys are going to a Malta. But we also, we know that Yondis isn't actually dead. We know that Yondis is kind of out and about. So we don't know how things are going to end up with Messi, depending on how the campaign goes. So as long as Elijah's there, we know the direction. We know what his plans are. Inform his nation and try to get their support. And by bringing you guys there, maybe you can plead your own case. Do the two of you know anything about the crown of Amalta, Rena and Tyler, or no?
You said the only thing Ophios knows, because his dwelling was pretty close to Amalta, is of the wall and their existence.
Okay, Rena?
I'm pretty sure you said the same thing, because you had us do like a history check or something for it. So I don't think that we know that much about it.
No problem. Just there's a queen to the throne, and then in theory you'd either speak to the queen or a cadre of her advisors. Yeah, Josh, whatever the DC is, I can alter that depending on what I feel is too broken. If it's too broken, I just change it. But either way, just the idea of her roll or they roll. I'm not even looking to see how the poll's going. We should probably check that. Oh, okay.
Rena rolls is winning.
Yeah, makes sense. It's just more fun for the PC to roll. I get what they're doing. Cool. So Rena, you get to roll. So if you want to just write down those 3 notes, +2, crit, you roll to overcome spell, and you ignore abjuration, and I'll flesh it out in a better way soon. So yeah, you guys would actually either meet the queen or you would meet the like a cadre of her advisors. So
Well, yeah.
Cool.
All right. Any other anything else you guys want to go over?
I just want to know what's gonna happen.
All right. Sounds like it's a hard no. I really, really have to pee. So I'm gonna allow somebody to start their outro while I pee. I think Messi has a lot to say. Messi, do you want to start so you can talk about how awesome all of your things are and the stuff that you're doing and all that stuff and things? Be right back. And you start saying your goodbyes and things.
Bye, Daelric. Hey, go to tomorrow, Sunday, 4 p.m. Tomorrow's not Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday. What the fuck? On Sunday, 4 p.m. EST, go to twitch.tv/dunktv, DUNCTV. We're playing the All-Star game this week. Tyler, how's your Sunday, buddy? Still free?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. The old Tyler will be there. So if you're not gonna come for me, come for Tyler. Thanks.
That sounds kinky.
Who wants that?
Sounds like a busy Sunday.
Rena's reaction was what made me laugh.
Rena, do you want to watch people play basketball?
Yeah, you want to see
Oh.
people put balls in holes?
Bro, what the hell are you doing?
Not convincing me very well. I want to. I'll try to stop by. I have to work that day, so hopefully I can on my
Okay.
break or something.
All good.
But everybody else
Okay.
should go.
That's it for me. I'm so freaking tired.
I feel that.
I think
When
we
do you
all
go
feel
now?
that. I need a vacation. There's not one anywhere near in sight. Do you want me to go or do you want to go, Rena?
Go ahead. What do you got
Alright.
going on?
Hi, I'm Tyler, Apocalypto
Who?
_12. You can see me on twitch.tv/Apocalypto _12. You can also check out my YouTube channel, Apocalypto 12. There will be a video there at some point that has relation to the fact that I announced merch today, which was really exciting. Unfortunately, had various tech issues and various other issues with getting the video up that announced it, but there's some cool people in that video. And I'm excited for when it gets released, hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. Check out my merch. It's at tylerscheid.com if you want to check it out. My name is spelled TYLERSCHEID, by the way.
That's super cool. I've seen some of it and it's awesome.
It's just the beginning.
I like the stickers
Yeah.
and hat.
They're clear in the decals. What hat? There isn't a hat.
Oh
Shh.
no, not hat.
Rena knows more than the site says.
I'm just guessing. I don't know. It's general merch, right? Standard. Anyway, hi, I'm Rena the Destroyer. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, though I don't do much of the variety streaming nowadays. I did start playing Dark Souls again. Hopefully, I can get a day to actually do that sometime. Just been super busy lately, but otherwise, you can find me here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the things. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. Go
like how-
buy Tyler's merch. Go watch Messi's basketball game.
Thanks.
Support Scott.
The best part is support Scott.
Well, do
I
you have
know
any,
what to say.
do you have any merch that you can show off right now?
Do you want me to go get some?
I want to see
Not
your
far
merch.
away.
Show me your
All right.
merch.
Here's a
'Cause
sticker.
I
right
saw.
here.
I was gonna say. I think I saw two things before. I don't think I really saw all the stuff.
All right, so here's one of the sticker thingies. Here's
Cool.
the card insert that you get when you get something in the mail.
Does that sticker have weathering on it?
Like-
what?
Like, can you put it on your car kind of thing? Or
It-
Are you
it's-
asking?
That
It's clear. The where
That
it's white
bottom-
is clear.
that bottom right side.
You're talking about this?
oh, the
Yeah.
little like
That's just style thing. I don't
Okay,
know
so it's
part of
just
the
to call it.
design.
weathering
part of
for
the
the
design.
design. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
just checking.
Yeah, it's part of the design. Here's the
Cat's
little
gone.
hashtag smile always thing that Scott forgot what it was called earlier.
To be fair, it looks like Smealsy
Yeah, that's the problem.
because I
Yeah,
read
okay.
well.
I'll go get the
You
shirt.
wrote Smealsy.
I'm gonna do a messy. I'm gonna sit down here and then do one of these.
Yeah, it's better when you have a cat on your lap, though.
That's weird. No thanks.
No, I mean like for like viewers, like they have something to pay
Here's
attention
the shirt.
to. Beepo Pog shirt.
And then there are pins that are very similar to the stickers.
Woot woot.
Soft enamel pins.
Even
That's
so.
cool.
So they have that nice texture feel.
Mm.
feel like teeth.
Yeah. I like it. There's a lot
drool.
more to come.
Ew.
More cool, unique things and designs in the future that I already have planned. Like maybe I'll make a sweatband headband thing because I wear them all the time, so my hair doesn't get in my eyes.
I like the idea of somebody wearing Tyler's logo while they're like running on a treadmill.
Have a sweatband on.
You just like the
Like
idea of
80s.
the slow-mo zoom of me running on a treadmill that you brought up forever ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, he talks to me about that all the time in private too.
Dude, when we text, you don't share it, okay? Like
He's
DMs,
he's
Twitch,
like,
whatever.
hey, Messy, this Friday, can you just tell Tyler that you think the treadmill idea is really cool? Because I want to see him do it. I think he'll listen to you.
That's
If I
And I
had a
say,
treadmill
"Okay,
that I
Scott."
could just place in the middle of nowhere, I would do it.
not as much as Doxy. That's hilarious. Yeah, but unless this is actually your ploy to get him to do it, because I can see Rena's already drooling. So I mean, like,
My cat drooled.
Rena's
good
just
sign.
hungry, okay?
right? And you're one thirsty boy, so
That's not. Oh, wait a second. No.
That's
no,
the wrong lingo.
I know. I don't know. I'm tired.
The wrong lingo.
Hey.
Hi, Cryptic. She's just
He's so convenient, isn't he? He just shows up when it's convenient for him.
When
That's me.
penis is mentioned, all that stuff.
nobody mentions male genitalia unless you're going to, Tyler.
No, Rena yelled it out loud. Do you not remember that?
Of course, I remember.
Cryptic, just so you know, whenever we're talking about penis, it's usually Tyler's. Just so you know.
To be clear, that is very true. Actually, yeah. No,
Just so you know.
I never start
Cryptic.
these conversations. So.
Usually
I-
it's Scott.
I'm just
talking
witnessing
about
that.
Tyler's
the
penis.
fifth in every regard right now.
Just so
oh,
you're
Listen,
man.
aware.
Who was it in Scott's Discord that said something about if Brittany met me or something?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Once more. With
I know.
Last night, dude, I was on point last night with the fucking jokes. I'm so low
Had the
energy
whole
today.
squad rolling. Oh yeah.
I did.
This
Oh
is
yeah.
What we do.
Where's the pog emote?
Oh my god.
Where's the pog emote?
Yeah.
You guys come here to
Yeah,
see
hold
what
on.
we do. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Yeah, I told everyone we do that, and then we didn't do it today. So I'm sorry, everyone.
Well, we're all
doing
doing
it
it
now.
except for you. there we go.
I fucked up
I
my
have
camera.
to legitimately scoot
This
back
is
because
what we
my
do.
arms are way too freaking long. Like it's very difficult for me to do this.
once more.
I was doing this and I was doing the pog face. Oh shit. We're good.
It's great.
Everybody, we do that every day now.
Oh my god.
Every time we have to start our regicide.
If you see
stream like
someone in
that.
the street and you want to know if they watch Aurora and Regicide, just do this. And if they don't hit it back at you, you know they're fake fans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around everywhere like this now.
Just
There we go. Now we have a new merch idea. It's just
Aurorum Regicide.
Every Thursday, every Friday night, baby.
that's just
Put the
every
st-
Friday.
You know the sign that
stammer in
Friday
there.
night was fly?
oh man.
Yep.
It's like
New
a
merch
shirt
idea.
with like somebody going like this, and that character's wearing a shirt with a whole pizza on it. like
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
that's
Very
it.
regicide.
Without the
mean-
Aurorum or Regicide logos, it's just
No,
literally
no
just
context. Regicide.
just that, and people that's how you know it's the real fans because like they know.
I'll get
Like
on
the
it.
joke in the joke. Oh, that's so funny.
Hey, you create
It's
the art.
hilarious
I'll
to me.
add it to my merch store and I'll
Hell yeah.
percentage share.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Josh, did you see what Josh just wrote in chat? He's gonna be coming. She's gonna show up to my house all like Wade. Look at the video camera, like. Hello, Scott. Nice to meet you for the first time. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Wade did that the first time. he
Hello,
met you?
Scott.
What?
Nice to meet you for the first time. I've
What,
been looking
Scott?
forward to this.
What was that, Scott?
I'm not looking at my monitor. I refuse.
What was that, Scott? Hold on.
He's like,
What
I'm
was
not.
that?
Oh, I looked at my monitor.
What was that?
Nothing, Peter. Don't worry about it, Peter Parker from the Daily Bugle.
Just put that in the way of Wade. There we go. I almost said Wade. Huh? In the way of Tyler. So anyways, why don't we get out of here at this point? So
I really like.
I think we're
my
just getting
camera.
started. Let's do 4 more hours of this.
It just turns into yesterday's.
Where's
Doxy?
Yeah, Doxy. Where's Will?
I feel bad because I yelled at Tyler until he left, and then he didn't actually leave. And I kept yelling at him. So I'm sorry about yelling at you so much yesterday, Tyler.
You honestly, I felt bad because Doxy thought you made Doxy think I left because she was there.
Well, for
Which
everyone who
was
doesn't know what we're
very
talking about, you have
rude.
to watch it.
Actually,
Well, it's Doxy. It's fine.
that reminds me, Rena. For the sake of clipping and sending to them, is there a message that you have from any of the other campaigns out there that maybe wasn't said during last night's stream? Is there anything? Please take a moment, collect yourself, clear your throat, and give us your PSA.
What are you talking about?
I thought there was something you wanted to say to Jake.
Something
yeah,
else.
I'll
Oh, me?
or the other PCs in general.
Hello,
Yeah.
We
I
don't
am
need
messy.
to revisit that.
Hello, I am Messy, CEO of Regicide. I just want to say, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Anyone else?
I already did.
Okay.
I already said what I
I have
needed to
nothing.
say.
Oh,
to
did
Jake.
we ruin your
Apologize
campaign?
for.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hmm.
I'm
Maybe
sorry you
next time
can't
it'll
get
be
your
okay.
Mercedes.
I'm sorry your Jaguar broke down. Oh, that stinks.
We're sorry
the
that you created your own problem with death being reborn in your lands.
Oh, that's
no.
not the undead's not what chat was referring to before. They're referring to
Oh.
something
A lot of stuff
entirely
I said.
different. But don't worry about
I'm
it.
sorry you have to spend the equivalent of 3,333 people you already killed souls. Dang, I'm sorry. Oh, you
So-
get three
so,
free wrists
Rena,
and you have to use one?
what-
Oh, man.
Was there any? Oh, they weren't free. Rena, according to people like Norway, they paid the ultimate price. Except they didn't pay it. Rena, would you
So it's free.
do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I think I addressed it.
If they
actually.
want to
I
come
was
fight
CEO
me,
of
they
Red
can
Sun.
come fight me.
Especially now
Hey,
that you're all
Elijah-
axed up.
Yeah.
Elijah's actually sorry. Please don't fight Elijah. If you see Giannis in the streets, please don't beat him up. He's sorry too. Even though he wasn't
Ophios
involved
is-
at all.
Tell them to bring their guns, because I'm ready to die.
Ophios is loyal to Rena, unfortunately, right now.
Again, Elijah will join you if you really are going through it. So just let me know. I'll be on your side.
Are you not part of the team?
No,
for
obviously
sure,
I'm a team
100%?
player, guys.
You
Obviously
team
I'm a
player?
team player. And obviously
Are you
what's
with
going on in
Cadis
our
and
campaign is the
Ophelia,
most
huh?
important.
Hold on, he's friends with you two. He literally is on the same side as Thronekeeper, and he's old gambling buddies with Neil from the other campaign. The only ones that he'd be against are Jake and Tesh, but I mean Tesh's character is so nice he'd get along with him too. It's really just Jake's character you'd have to worry about, but Jake's Neil's bitch. So you didn't have to worry about that anyways.
I already met Jake. We had a lovely
He would
conversation.
exactly, yeah. And if he got a little like mouthy, Neil would just tug at the leach and he'd quiet up, like you know what I mean? Like a good little Yorkie or whatever he is.
Hey,
I
Pomeranian.
still don't think Ophios and Rayron would see eye to eye.
you want to fight Rena? That's not very angelic of you, is it? Don't you want to be, I don't know, more holy?
I think Tesh and Ophios would get along. Tesh's character.
I don't know. He might be like, you freak me out a little, with his glowing eyes.
You freak me out a little.
No, I don't.
What's
What about
these
me?
different means? Yeah, it's honestly one of those things where Ophios and Rayrid, you'd imagine it'd be one of those things where it's like two like super villains are fighting against each other, like destroying like cities around them as they do it, and then they realize, wait, why are we fighting each other when we could join forces? And then they continue to fight each other and destroy more cities around them. So
Rayron to Ophios. Luke, I am your father. Join me, and you'll truly understand the power of the dark side.
Ophios to Rayron, actually, that's not really the quotes from the movies.
Ophios,
From my
I
perspective,
have no fathers.
Ophios is
Ka is my only leaders.
Did you sit sons me till I hatches, or was that mom's?
I'm from the other worlds. Are you from the other worlds?
Tyler, before we head out, just a quick question. How many years left on your snake life?
I don't know if Tyler saw or
Like
heard what I said before he left.
20 years or something. It's like I'm 1/3.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
you did see that. So you don't
Yeah.
die at 20, die at 30. I was like, oh, I made a mistake, sort of a thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
cool,
it's
cool.
fine. He's like 1/3. But again, that's based on average lifespan. Who knows what magic effects or other things Ophios might encounter or anything like that that might make him live longer or live shorter.
Plus, you could die next session with rocks.
Correct.
Rocks
Okay,
are always a factor.
we should go, but I do have to ask chat one more question before we bounce out of here officially, okay? If there was one out of the 9 characters, or 10 actually, because you can include
Oops.
actually I suppose 11, because Tesha's also had 2 characters. So
Hey,
if
what
you
about
choose-
all of Josh's characters?
Josh only has one that matters. So if you choose one out of the 11 core PCs of like PC characters of Aurorum so far, which one of them would definitely, like, no question, be a flat earther?
Oh my god.
Who do you think would be a flat earther? And you
Of the
guys are welcome.
PCs?
Yeah, of the PC's characters. So again, like Tesh and Messi have both played 2. Who do you guys think? Which character would be the flat earther?
Flint?
No,
Flint.
no. No
Yeah,
way.
Flint would be like, Earth's strong, flat's a strong shape.
Ilan, because he's a hippie. Okay, 1. All right. Well, you guys have any opinions?
Just anything that Will makes.
Why are you attacking Will, man?
I
Is there one
don't
I can think of?
know. I don't know
Cryptic.
enough about the characters to put them into
I
this.
vote
part.
Cryptic. Yeah.
You're missing the question, Cryptic.
Well, I mean,
The Earth
Cadus.
isn't flat?
I mean, Cryptic grew up in Arizona, didn't he?
No.
Oh, where'd he grow up?
California.
Dox him.
California boy.
Oh, okay, that's fair. All right. They actually have an economy there, so I'm sure the school systems are halfway decent.
Instead of California Girls for Rena, the song is California
California
Boys.
boys, yeah.
California boy.
Boy.
Just to clarify, Cryptic.
Boy, I'm from Ohio. That Ohio countryside.
Sorry to hear that. Well, we all know I'm a straight masshole. So, all right.
And I ride gators.
All right, we
I do meth in the 7-Eleven. You try
Every
it.
Florida
That's all I'm
step-
saying.
You
Stereotype
swim
you can think
through weather in the air every day. You swim to work.
Swear to God, my vertical's up 2 feet after I learned how to swim.
all right. Let's go. I mean, I see Rosin trying to throw shade, but I'm pretty sure in her country, parrots eat sheep. So I mean, I don't know what she's gonna try to say.
Parrots eat sheep.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
I mean,
weird flex.
And
It's
magpies
a weird-
attack people.
and what?
And magpies attack people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
so,
magpies are scary.
They're scary.
right.
I don't think that's the worst thing. Anyway,
Let's go.
let's scarier things.
Let's get out of here. No, really, there's a type of parrot called a kiwi, and they eat sheep. Is that weird? Like they legit eat the
Kiwis?
fat. Yeah, kiwis eat the they eat
Like
the fat off of
the things that look like chicks and they're this big and don't fly.
No, they fly. They're like green parrots. Yeah.
Kiwis fly?
Pat and Steve
Am
is
I thinking of the
streaming.
wrong kiwi?
Hey, who
It's the
should be?
Kia, not the Kiwi.
Close
Oh,
enough.
the Kia. No, definitely not close enough.
Hey, he said Pat streaming. I don't see Pat streaming.
Yeah,
see
he
s-
is.
Is he?
He's
Patrick
playing
Static.
Diablo Reaper of Souls on my screen.
Patrick Static.
Yep.
Really?
Am I
I'm
not
pulling
following
his stream
Patrick?
up
'Cause I
right
don't see him.
now.
Am I not
Oh, he
following
is live.
Pat?
Live. He is live.
He is
He is
live.
most
Mhm.
definitely
Let's
live.
go. Let's go
He's
raid
live, I'm
Pat
not
because we
following
love
him.
Pat.
What the fuck?
How am I not following? I hate when Twitch purges people's follows. Is that so annoying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It happens to me all the time too.
I follow Pat. When I pick up my
Yeah,
phone
me too.
and I look, it shows when
always.
he's live. Oh. Well, okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Say bye. Be nice.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good job, guys. You get a cookie.
We're sorry.
Bye.
Wait, I'm off sugar treats. What kind of cookie?
I'll give you my cookie.